wrestling fans, and welcome to the best of the X Division. I'm Jeremy Borash. You know, they say the X Division, it's not about weight limits, it's about no limits. Well, how true that is, and you will see that throughout the course of this DVD, with names like the phenomenal one AJ Styles, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, Petey Williams and his Canadian Destroyer, and so many more of the top stars that have made the X Division a cornerstone of total non-stop action wrestling. Of course, we're also going to take a look at that spectacle, the Ultimate X match. So, enjoy this. It's the X Division from Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling.
It is time for the stars of the X Division. The No Limits X Division to be on display. 20 competitors from all over the world to fight for the cup at the top of the entrance ramp. It's a 20-man, invitational, international gauntlet. And to kick things off, here comes a former X Division title holder to the ring. Here comes the coolest. Here comes Kazarian.
Mike Kazarian and the first guy up with him, Sanjay Dutt, have to do the next to impossible. They have to try to outlast not only each other, but 18 more competitors. It sounds impossible, that's because it virtually is.
No question. Kazarian and this man, the original player from the Himalaya, from Bombay, India to TNA, Sanjay Dutt, they are at a distinct disadvantage by being the first two men in the 20-man gauntlet. Now keep in mind the rules for this gauntlet. Elimination, it's by being tossed over the top rope and down to the arena floor here at the Impact Zone. Only when we get to the final two wrestlers will we see a referee get into the ring, and it'll be victory by pinfall or submission.
You saw right there a great elbow by Kazarian, but Sanjay Dutt able to jump over it. Oh, it looks like Sanjay Dutt's, he's able to hold on.
Oh, he was almost eliminated 10 seconds into the gauntlet.
Oh, he flips over and he snaps off the Hurricane Rana. Unbelievable, from elimination to that point. And look at him go, Mike.
Talk about turning a matchup around. Total complexion of this match turns in the favor of Sanjay Dutt. Motions to the crowd that he's going to toss Kazarian out. Oh, Kazarian is just too smart for that.
Locking the arms.
Legs and arms at the same time to hook the ropes to avoid any possible chance that Sanjay can toss him out to the arena floor.
Oh, he does not want to get eliminated this early in. It would just be embarrassing for Kazarian, somebody to take so much pride in what he does. And you can see Sanjay giving it everything he's got as the clock's winding down to the next competitor.
And at the same time, Kazarian hanging on for dear life.
And here comes Puma as he dives into the ring. And Sanjay Dutt not realizing that the new man was coming in, and he can't see him out of the back of his head.
The masked man from Southern California, who's been so impressive on, so many tours of the Orient in Japan, is just taken over by Sanjay Dutt, snapped off the Hurricane Rana, with Sanjay very wisely not wasting any time trying to eliminate Puma here in the opening seconds.
People don't realize the precision that takes. Oh, as you see Puma rake the eyes and then gives him the kick to the gut right there.
And watch Kazarian, just as he's cheering Puma on. Oh man, did he drop Sanjay on his head.
Well, you're going to try to find teammates any way that you can out here as you see Puma and Kazarian working together. And that's what you got to do. You can't win this thing individually. You've got to somehow find a way to work with people when you can, Mike.
I mean, that's half the intrigue in this kind of a gauntlet match. Regular tag team partners, sure you expect them to team up, but their strange pairing with Kazarian and Puma doing anything within their power to eliminate Sanjay Dutt.
Sanjay holding on with his elbow right there. You see he's got the crook of the arm as out comes L.A. Park.
The sensational luchador from Mexico. You've seen him for years in the United States with World Championship Wrestling, and check this out. In WCW, he was known as the chairman, and appropriately enough, L.A. Park bringing a steel chair to the six-sided ring.
Oh, you see Kazarian go diving out of the way as Puma takes a shot, and then Sanjay Dutt.
Look out, Kazarian.
Oh, he knew it was coming, but he wasn't eliminated right there, even though his feet hit the floor. Because he came at him with a chair, he was able to climb out for the bottom of the ropes.
L.A. Park pretty proud of himself. Wrestler 4 in the ring, using the steel chair to take down Kazarian, Sanjay Dutt, and Puma. But keep in mind, all 4 men are still alive in the gauntlet.
As the clock's winding down to our next competitors, you can see everybody kind of reeling from the chair shots, and Kazarian comes flying in there with a flurry.
Offensive burst by Kazarian on LA Park. Here comes Mr. 630. Here comes Jarrell Clark.
Oh, this guy's got a spectacular move, and wow, he snaps the Hurricane Run off on Sanjay Dutt, who'd hit it twice earlier himself.
Now Jarrell measuring, headstand, ouch, splashing down onto Sanjay Dutt, but just at that exact moment, you see that he's on the receiving end of a boot from Kazarian.
You don't have time to postulate, you know what I mean, Mike? You just can't posture out there. You can't brag. You've just got to keep going, because as soon as you do something, when you've got this many people in the ring, somebody is going to catch you from behind.
LA Park fights off elimination from Kazarian and actually turns things around on Kazarian. Meanwhile, it's Puma and Jarrell Clark fighting on the opposite side of the ring. Sanjay Dutt down on the matchup. We're 5 men in to this 20-man gauntlet.
You saw Jarrell Clark right there hooking that leg. Smart move. You got to do everything you can to keep yourself from going on top. You can see his toes just fighting to hold that rope. As coming in next, it's Miyamoto.
The international aspect of the gauntlet comes to the forefront with a member of Team Japan. Here comes Miyamoto to join the battle.
Oh, he comes right in as he goes right after Puma. You can just feel the knife-edge chop right there, but Puma lands on his feet. Oh, nice block by Miyamoto, and then he catches him with the kick.
You're right, nice exchange between the two. Miyamoto gets the better of it, caught him with the enziguri, and now Jarrell Clark gonna try and toss Puma out, but Puma able to hook the ropes.
Nobody yet has been eliminated. That's the amazing thing right now, is everybody is still in the ring.
Keep your eyes on Jarrell.
Could it be?
Mr. 630 to the top.
This is unbelievable, and he hits it. He does it so well, and the crowd appreciates the athleticism in that move. But again, as he gets up to pose, Kazarian levels him.
And as Kazarian gets up, he's dropped by Sanjay Dutt.
And now coming in, who's going to be next? Oh, you know by the music. It's Matt Bentley, and of course, being accompanied by Tracy.
We talked about a former X Division champion in Kazarian in this matchup. Well, here comes not only another former X Division title holder, but Kazarian's partner, Matt Bentley, and there you see the double team. That's what we were talking about earlier when we mentioned teamwork.
This is exactly what Kazarian needs at this point. Somebody to rely on. As you see, Puma just gets eliminated on the double team by Bentley and Kazarian. And now Jarrell Clark.
He's out.
Right after that. Unbelievable. Can they go for the trifecta here?
Wait a minute, they've got Miyamoto, and he's out as well. It is. It's the hat trick for Matt Bentley and Kazarian.
And you can see right now Bentley and Kazarian going at LA Park, but LA Park fights back hard.
Oh, boot that time. Caught LA Park by surprise. There goes Sanjay into the turnbuckles. Sanjay and Matt Bentley battling. Who's up next?
And it's Hector Garza. Here's a guy who thrives on this X Division competition. We've seen him in so many of the Super X Cups, in so many of the international matches. He's so good in that ring, and he's got the size to back it up.
And the team captain of Team Mexico on several occasions just teamed up with fellow luchador LA Park.
As you can see, Sanjay, oh, what a move by Sanjay Dutt. He's so quick, but as soon as he gets up, Garza right there to nail him with the clothesline.
And the follow-up dropkick from LA Park drilled Sanjay in the side of the head. Now, Garza, big right hand, rocks Sanjay. You can see that Hector Garza trying to form some kind of strategy here with the fellow luchador. Double team, Sanjay shot off, able to put on the brakes, but then Garza nailed Sanjay with a clothesline.
Sanjay luckily actually dropped down inside the ring right there, so he was able to somehow keep from going over the top as the countdown continues, and a new member's coming in. And it's Nasawa. And think about this, he was hoping Miyamoto would have been in the ring, but he's coming in alone. He's got no partnerships.
Boy, that inherent advantage that you would expect from two wrestlers from Team Japan. You're right, Don, it's out the window. Miyamoto already eliminated. Now Nasawa's on his own, doing pretty well, but then again, he's the fresh man in this match.
Oh, and you can see right there as he does the great drop kick on Hector Garza to bring him down, but LA Park right there to clean up the mess as he comes over and attacks Nosawa. And that gives a chance for Garza to get up. And look how he goes in the corner there to catch a breather. You've got to do that. It's survival. You can't sit there and keep going at it. And Garza picks his spots and comes in there and just starts giving it to all of them.
Perfectly placed kick by Hector Garza to the knee, to the leg of Kazarian. Now Sanjay has Matt Bentley. Gonna try and eliminate him, try and take him over as the camera goes close up on Nosawa and LA Park. Countdown clock indicates we've got another wrestler.
When it's Mikey Batts.
This is right, and his tag team partner, Jarrell Clark, he's already been eliminated.
Mikey Batts, though, one of those young guys that has come in here in TNA and been so impressive. He's so quick, and he's just got so much potential. But I'll tell you what, he's on an island right there because his partner, Jarrell Clark, has already been eliminated, like you mentioned, and wow, you can see there as Matt Bentley just snaps it off.
Huge advantage for the team of Matt Bentley and Kazarian, as well as LA Park and Hector Garza. Those four men would seem to be in the driver's seat in the competition here to find out who walks away with that beautiful cup, signifying the winner of the 20-man Invitational X Division Gauntlet.
You know, we mentioned it, but it's interesting to note that Sanjay Dutt and Kazarian have somehow survived. They've not been eliminated yet. And oh, did you see that kick right there by Garza? Perfectly placed into Matt Bentley.
You know, you're right about Kazarian and Sanjay Dutt as we see Alex Shelley come to the ring. But with every minute that goes by on the clock and every new wrestler that's introduced into this match, it's even more amazing that Kazarian and Dutt are still alive.
Alex Shelley is a different type of wrestler to enter. He's so good at mat wrestling and keeping you grounded. It's going to be interesting to see how he survives in this gauntlet when you have to literally throw your opponent over the top rope.
Oh, Sanjay gonna try and skin the cat after Alex Shelley eliminated him, and he just did. He did eliminate him with the drop kick.
Sanjay Dutt was doing such a great job, but like I said earlier, it's impossible to win when you start at the beginning. I just don't see how it can be done.
And it's impossible as well to try and follow the action as far as our cameras go, because I think you missed that elimination. You saw LA Park crash to the arena floor. He's out as well.
I'll tell you what, again, it just gets so confusing. You've got so many people hitting it from all angles. We'll try to do the best we can to keep you updated. As Alex Shelley right now leveled Kazarian right there, and there's a kick to Mikey Batts, and here comes another great young performer, Matt Sydal. This guy is quick, and don't let his size confuse you. He can do it all in the ring, and that's what I'm talking about right there.
Doesn't quite have the publicity of the other wrestlers involved in this matchup, but what an opportunity here for Matt Sydal to open the eyes of TNA management as well as the other wrestlers in the X Division, even if he's just competitive against this great crop of talent. Wait a minute, is Alex Shelley out?
I don't think so. I didn't see him go over. I think when he got hit by Sydal right there on the flip, I think that he lost his breath and he kind of went under the rope there. I'm not sure. He might have been eliminated, or they might have to eliminate him. And you can see referee Rudy Charles right there. He's going to have to make a decision.
Well, Alex Shelley writhing in pain. Senior official Rudy Charles obviously right on the scene. I did not notice that Rudy Charles made mention or notice with hand signals that he was eliminated.
No.
We'll have to see how this plays out.
No, it's not been announced yet, but you're right. This is going to be very interesting because Alex Shelley is out of action, if anything. And here comes the former X Division champion, Sonny Siaki. And Mike, you got to think, Sonny Siaki could have a great advantage in a match like this.
Especially if he's able to exploit the size, power, and strength advantage that we're seeing on display. You're right, former X Division champion just took another former X Division title holder, Bentley, up to his shoulders, drops him down, challenges Nosawa to charge at him, and there goes Nosawa. He's out.
Well, how impressive has Siaki been in the first 30 seconds? I mean, he just flattened a couple people right there, and Nosawa didn't stand a chance when he had him backed up against the ropes like that. And Sonny Siaki going over there and stomping on, I believe, that's Matt Bentley, and then there's a right to Kazarian.
As we see Garza and Mikey Batts. Mikey Batts, single leg dropkick, takes down Garza.
Nice shot right there to Garza by Batts, and oh, but then he got a little too aggressive, and Mikey Batts is eliminated.
Leg strength there of Garza. Very apparent. Mikey Batts eliminated. Who's going to be up next?
As we see Jason Cross, somebody who was so close to winning the X Division title at one time. He's got that finishing move, the crossfire, but that's a type of move unless he gets to the final two, Mike.
And if Jason Cross is fortunate enough to make it to the final two, where we decide the winner of this gauntlet by pinfall or submission, then that crossfire move could really come in handy. Matt Sydal just crashed and burned.
Oh, that twisting corkscrew move right there. Oh, got turned inside out. Mike, I'm still intrigued by the Alex Shelley situation. I still don't know if he's been eliminated, but he must have been, because I don't see him anywhere.
Brainbuster on Sydal by Jason Cross. You're right, he's out of camera range. He's out of our picture view. But I never saw the officials tell us that Alex Shelley needed to go to the locker room because he was eliminated. We're going to have to follow up on that story. Countdown clock indicates 3 seconds to another competitor.
And who's going to be next? Oh, you know by the music. It's the cult favorite, Shark Boy.
They love him at the impact zone. Shark Boy, the masked man from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, immediately to the six-sided ring. Drops Kazarian first. Now you see Jason Cross as the camera watches Cross with Matt Sydal. Sydal fighting off elimination, just hung out to dry by Cross over that top rope.
Well, he's just in such a bad spot. And if he can hold on, he's doing everything he can. Cross right, but wait, Cross gets caught, and then I think it's going to give Sydal a chance to get back in.
But there's Shelley. That's Alex Shelley right there.
He's still down right there. But you see Sydal able to get back in and gave it to Cross right there in the middle of the ring. Mike, I got to be honest, I'm confused what's going on with Alex Shelley. Has he been eliminated?
I'm not sure, but he's still out here, Don.
You're right, and we've never... Oh, look at that! Alex Shelley eliminates Sydal. Now, wait a minute. Can he do that? We'll find out.
Yeah, he can.
Wow. Well,
He did eliminate him. He was playing possum the whole time.
What a smart move by Alex Shelley. Able to sit out there, playing possum. We didn't know if he was eliminated. We thought he was hurt. And the whole time he was looking for an opportunity, and he saw it with Matt Sydal.
Wow, Psychosis and Hector Garza, two wrestlers that we would expect to be working together as a team, but that's not the case. It is every man for themselves in this 20-man gauntlet.
You know, a lot of times, Mike, I think you find yourself in the heat of the battle, and you don't even realize that it's somebody like a former teammate. And what a shot right there Garza gives Psychosis.
Nice release suplex by Garza, takes over Psychosis. Close-up look, you just saw Jason Cross choking Siaki. Wait a minute, what's Tracy doing?
Oh, she's doing everything she can to help Kazarian and Matt Bentley. I mean, those are her guys. And she'll take every opportunity she can to keep them in that ring.
What a great advantage it is to have Tracy at ringside in this kind of a match.
When you think about it, that's a great advantage for all of us to have Tracy at ringside. As you see D-Ray 3000.
You ready to fear the fro, bro?
This guy just ain't right. And you can see the battering ram move that these two use.
Oh, wait a minute, this guy ain't right. What about his tag team partner, Shark Boy?
Can you imagine that those two would have ever been able to coincide together? It's such a unique pairing, and right now they're using it to their advantage as they're working together.
Yeah, they really are. Both of them. D-Ray, 3000, and Shark Boy. Well, almost both eliminated at the same time by Jason Cross and Alex Shelley.
But they were able to hold on as you see them give each other the high fives. And Siaki takes them both out.
Double clothesline by Sonny Siaki. 2 for the price of 1. Both Shark Boy and D-Ray 3000 eliminated. We just said, don't celebrate, don't posture, or you'll pay the price. Garza with the drop kick.
Oh, and did you see that now? What was funny earlier is you saw Psychosis and Garza going against each other. There they teamed up as Garza was able to hit the drop kick while Psychosis was swinging Jason Cross around. And here comes another former champion, the Amazing Red.
Amazing Red hits the ring. Offense on fire. Series of right-hand shots to the side of the head. Has Siaki rocking in the corner. Jawbreaker by Shelley on Cross. Shelley quickly to the top, and Jason Cross just eliminated Alex Shelley. Isn't it interesting? They were just working as a team a minute ago.
I'll tell you what, it's one of those type of situations where 1 minute you're together and another minute you're enemies. But what's amazing to me
Kazarian
is Kazarian is still in the ring.
was just thinking of that, Don.
What an effort. What an effort he's putting on out there.
We are 18 wrestlers deep into this 20-man gauntlet, and Kazarian, the first man to the ring, yeah, he's still alive. Sure, he's had a little help from Matt Bentley, maybe a little assist from Tracy, but it's been miraculous that he's still in this matchup.
You know, it would be amazing if it could come down to Kazarian and Matt Bentley. Then those two would actually have to face off with each other. But I guarantee you, as you see Spanky come into the ring, that Bentley and Kazarian will be working together.
Well, Spanky really made his name for himself in professional wrestling with many tours of the Orient, as well as several years with the WWE. But he's shot off into the ropes. Bentley misses the clothesline, and Spanky drops him. Flying forearm shot, back elbow springing off the middle rope.
I tell you what, that's coming in with a house of fire, but Kazarian catches him right there on the back of the head, and does he eliminate him? No, Spanky able to somehow stay alive.
Spanky measuring Kazarian.
Nice elbow.
Caught him with a shoulder block from the apron. Gonna try and flip in, but he does, right into a super kick by Bentley.
But at the same time, did you see where Bentley got super kicked by Garza? Unbelievable as you see Bentley down on the other side. Kazarian's down. Spanky's down. Oh, and you can see Jason Cross fighting for dear life as they're trying to eliminate him. And look at the boot going to Bentley's face.
19 down, 1 to go. And it's another former X Division champion. This really has been a matchup where it's been the cream of the X Division crop. Here comes Chris Sabin.
Oh, listen to the crowd as you hear the Hail Sabin cheers. He's just somebody that you just have to respect out there. He's so good. Look at all the former X Division champions. Siaki, Sabin, Bentley, Kazarian, Amazing Red. There's 5 of them out there. And is it really any coincidence that the X champions are the ones that are surviving?
Huge advantage here for one of those ex-champions in wrestler number 20. And amazing that we have wrestler number 1, Kazarian, wrestler 20, Sabin, both in this double drop kick. Siaki's rocked but not taken out. Spanky and Sabin just took him out to the floor. Sonny Siaki's been eliminated.
He was dazed with the double drop kick there, Mike, and Spanky and Sabin knew it was just a matter of seconds just to get him over the top rope. Remember, when it gets down to the final 2, it's pinfall and submission.
Until that time, we decided by being taken over the top rope and down to the arena floor. Spanky up on the shoulders of Bentley. Wait a minute, both men over. Wait, no, Spanky held on. Matt Bentley's out.
What a move by Spanky right there as Matt Bentley looked like he had the advantage, and he's been eliminated. And you gotta wonder what Kazarian's thinking, if he realizes it at this point. Right now, he's probably so tired from surviving this long, he might not even know that Matt Bentley's out of the ring. And wow, did you see Psychosis slam down Jason Cross?
Kazarian up on top. Spanky and Amazing Red gonna follow up. Maybe they're gonna try and suplex him back in. Now what's going on here? Now we have Jason Cross and Chris Sabin.
Oh, you can see they're forming a pyramid right here, a tower. And you can see they're all, and Kazarian takes the brunt of it.
Tower of Doom, you're right. Kazarian took the worst of that, and they are rocking the Impact Zone at Victory Road.
Look at nobody. Nobody is sitting down. And how can you when you see the action like this?
Oh, you're right. If you've got a pulse, you're on your feet. Wild action from the X Division. Jason Cross gonna try and take Psychosis up. Lands on his feet, swing and a miss with the clothesline. Psychosis powers him down, inverted DDT.
What a DDT right there by Psychosis, and Cross is reeling, and he just didn't have a chance after that.
Perfect follow-up move. Stun him with the DDT. Clothesline takes him out to the floor. Short arm clothesline by Psychosis. Rocks the Amazing Red.
As you see right now, it'll be a good time for Garza and Psychosis to work together as Red's fighting off, and oh, what a kick right there by Amazing Red. You can just feel it right in your own gut.
Psychosis lands on the ring apron. Couldn't avoid that move. Enziguri caught him in the side of the head. Psychosis eliminated.
Oh, you see Amazing Red. He's got Kazarian. No, Kazarian holds on. Amazing Red's fighting to his feet. Bow! But did you see Kazarian use his feet right there and trip up Red? And he's eliminated.
Oh, that was really smart on the part of Mr. Cool, Mr. Kazarian. Oh, wait a minute, there goes Spanky. He's out.
I'll tell you what, he didn't hit the mat. He went all the way out to the concrete. It's now down to Sabin, Garza, and Kazarian.
And Kazarian's still in this.
Unbelievable that he survived this long. Instead of calling him Mr. Cool, he's Mr. Resilient.
You really used the right word because it is about survival.
Oh, man. Chris Sabin just threw him all the way across the ring. And in the action, Kazarian's foot, I believe, caught Garza in the head. I'd love to see that again if it's possible.
Sensational release German suplex. We've got to take another look at that for the impact that it's caused on all three wrestlers. Because you're right, bodies went crashing. Watch Kazarian look how quickly he goes to the top. He's cut off by Sabin. There's the German, but it took out Garza.
Wow, all three of them wiped out right there. Thanks for the replay, guys. Absolutely great. Now, you see it again. Kazarian's gone.
No. He's hanging on for dear life, and he's still in.
You talk about survival of the fittest, and right now, Kazarian's been the fittest. As here comes Sabin, and here he goes. He's in a bad spot right there. He's got to get off that rope. Oh, and he can't get off in time.
And he's eliminated. Wrestler number 20, Chris Sabin, is out. But wrestler 1, Kazarian, he's still alive. And we're now down to the final two. Referee Andrew Thomas, he's inside the six-sided ring now. It boils down to the team captain from Team Mexico, Hector Garza, against Kazarian, pinfall or submission to decide who wins the 20-man gauntlet.
What a shot right there by Kazarian, and then a follow-through by Garza as they're just exchanging blows. I'll tell you what, right now, this guy's going on pure willpower, pure instinct. What a leg sweep right there.
Perfectly executed. Takes Garza down to the mat. Watch Kazarian spring off the middle rope.
Oh, he
caught him with the leg drop. Gonna go for the cover. Pin.
1, 2,
no!
Just
Still
not.
life in Garza.
You gotta wonder if he just doesn't have enough strength. It didn't look like he was able to give it everything he had. He's gotta be just out of breath, but he just keeps fighting. And Garza right there, trying to break out of it. Oh, almost turns him inside out.
Garza definitely gets the better of that test of strength. Punctuates it with a clothesline. Gonna go to the top. Is it gonna be a moonsault? Is it gonna be that corkscrew tornado?
Here it is. Oh, it's a perfect moonsault.
Here's the cover.
1,
Here's 2.
It's over.
No! Just 2.
You're kidding. You're kidding. How did Kazarian get his shoulder up?
Look on the face of Hector Garza. The desperation, the exasperation tells the entire story. He can't believe that Kazarian kicked out at 2. Neither can I.
Another word I keep thinking about is the exhaustion. The exhaustion that both of these two have got to be feeling. But Kazarian especially. And here it goes. Kazarian able to stay up. Blocks it. Oh, a nice knee to the gut right there. And oh, he hits him.
Slingshot into the DDT. Nearly
1, 2.
No!
Oh, look at the expression on Kazarian's face. He can't believe it. He can't believe it. He knew he had him right there.
And again, still miraculous that Kazarian is in this match some 20-plus minutes later. Just that he's still alive.
A part of you's got to be rooting for him right here to do the impossible.
Roll up.
Oh, what a wicked kick to the back of the head.
The momentum of Hector Garza enabled him on that roll-up attempt to come springing off the ropes, and he caught Kazarian right between the shoulder blades with the dropkick. Gonna go for the moonsault again. Garza to the top, or could it be the tornado? Perched up on top. High-risk move on the way. It was the corkscrew.
tornado.
It was. Tornado corkscrew. Kazarian well scouted.
Got him.
Side roll. 2.
He rolled him.
Reversal. Garza.
Garza's done it.
Garza wins it.
Garza's done it. Kazarian can't believe it. He finally made it to the last man. And it looked like he had him. But Hector Garza has won the cup in an unbelievable effort by everybody in the ring.
Boy, you said it. Great effort by all 20 competitors. But there's the cup, because as it boils down, Kazarian was great. But in the end, Hector Garza of Team Mexico, victorious at Victory Road. Don, are you ready for the X Division title matchup?
Are you ready for the X Division title matchup? Are you kidding me? AJ Styles, Petey Williams, this is going to be fantastic.
It is up next. X Division title on the line. There's There's the champ, Petey Williams from Team Canada, the captain. There's the challenger, AJ. Let's go to the X Factors and break it down. Unique game plan for Williams and D'Amore. This time, the champion made the first move to get the challenger's attention. The phenomenal one has returned to his TNA roots, the X Division. He'll settle for nothing less than regaining the gold. It could boil down to the signature moves of both men. Will Williams prevail with that sick flip pile driver? Or can AJ hit the clash? Avoiding those moves could be as important as connecting with them.
And here he comes! He's phenomenal! And he's going for his unprecedented fourth X Division title! This guy has been here before! He's done it before! Can he do it again?
Imagine this, a former two-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion who is so passionate about the X Division that he's dedicated to become the flagship of that division. And there's only one way to do that. He's got to become X Division champion once again, and this is the chance for the phenomenal AJ Styles.
The crowd just soaking it in. They love AJ. They love his attitude and determination in the ring. But let me tell you something. This guy's not the X Division champion right here because of a fluke. We've seen Petey Williams and all the X stuff. We've seen Petey Williams develop here in TNA. And we've seen Petey Williams challenge AJ Styles. He challenged him because he wants to prove to the world he's the best in the world.
Without question, the biggest match of Petey Williams' career. I wish I would have known that Scott D'Amore was going to guarantee victory before this match, or the fact that he would never be seen again here in TNA. I would have definitely put that as one of the X Factor bullet points.
Well, I'll tell you what, you saw the expression on Petey Williams' face. He couldn't believe it, but sometimes desperate means call for desperate measures, and Scott D'Amore just lost his tag titles when Team Canada lost his three-line crew. He couldn't allow it to happen right here. He's trying to give Petey Williams every incentive there is.
Petey Williams looks to prove to the wrestling world that he deserves to be called the X Division champ. That's only accomplished one way, by beating the best AJ Styles.
We're going to see right now how Petey Williams handles himself early on. AJ Styles so accomplished in these matches. So comfortable in these matches. Petey Williams, though, an extremely great athlete. Very powerful. Like AJ Styles.
Quick roll up. Small package into the inside cradle there. Oh, attempted the enziguri. AJ able to duck it. Quick roll through. Petey. No, just a 2 count. Both men can be described as equally adept with their technical ability as well as those incredible aerial high-risk moves. Leg sweep. AJ pin attempt. Barely a 1 count, rather Petey Williams before AJ reverses and goes for the cut.
Fasten your seatbelts. I'm going to tell you something, folks. If we say Petey when we meet AJ, forgive us, because this action's going to be so incredible, it's going to be hard to catch up to him.
Petey Williams just shy of 3 months as X Division champion, winning the title back in August in a 20-man gauntlet.
Oh, look at the look there on AJ Styles' face. I don't think AJ's ever been called out before. Well, let me just describe it a different way. I've never seen a champion call out a challenger before. Normally they sit back and wait for the challengers to come to them. Not Petey Williams, and you got to admire him for it. He wanted AJ Styles. He knows if he beats AJ Styles in this ring tonight, nobody can question his ability or his belt.
Great hit scissors takeover by Styles. It really was a case of role reversal there when Petey made that initial strike. Want to talk about a strike? How about that drop kick by the phenomenal one? AJ drilled him and sent Williams to the floor.
Look at this, and AJ pointing, and here he goes.
He's gonna fly.
He's going over. No, but look how he catches himself.
Puts on the brakes.
Oh, Petey tried to grab the foot right there to make him mount it.
Uh-oh.
Wow, but again, look at that ability of AJ landing on his feet. How do you combat that? How do you defend against it?
Ability combined with agility, lands on his feet, drives Williams back first into the steel guardrail.
Pointing to the crowd, this crowd is all about the phenomenal AJ Styles. There he goes! Wow! Unbelievable, did you see that?
What a dive! Flip dive by the challenger. As you see, Coach D'Amore.
We gotta see that again.
Let's take another look at this elevation.
Look how smooth he is when he glides through the air.
So fluid.
It's like a hot knife through butter. It's unbelievable.
Until he makes contact, that's when he comes crashing down with all of his weight.
Petey Williams right now is reeling. He's got to somehow get his composure. He's got to somehow find a way to counter one of AJ's moves. That's how you do it.
That's exactly how, with a jawbreaker. You know, just 3 years of experience for Williams, but that was a veteran move.
Yes. Oh, nice kick right there by Petey. You're right. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get the momentum. Oh, look at how cat-like Petey Williams is. Showing a little bit of AJ back to AJ.
Fires Styles off and he lands chest first against the ring ropes.
Got him more.
Cheap shot by the coach.
No place for that in this match.
Tell me that you're surprised, though.
No, I'm not surprised. He's desperate. He's desperate. He's got to do whatever it takes to keep at least one belt. Beat Canada. Oh, get out of here, Namor.
Promises that he will never be seen here in TNA again if Petey Williams doesn't keep the title tonight. Hanging. Styles into the corner.
Oh, look at this move right here. Oh, look at the foot.
And he's singing the Canadian national anthem now.
Well, now he's just kind of trying to get into the mind of AJ Styles. I'll tell you right now, he's doing a good job. And I mean, Petey Williams has now got the momentum in this match.
Man, the inflection is totally turned in favor of this 22-year-old from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Styles fights back left and right, but Williams is right there with big blows to the back.
You can see the crowd right now screaming, "Let's go, AJ!" And they're just going absolutely.
Yeah, but there's also people chanting, "Let's go, Petey!" Pin it, Tam. 2 count. Almost like tastes great, less filling.
Well, I think they've admired Petey Williams.
And how can you admire this big load?
Well, you can't admire him, but you know what? That's the great thing about Victory Road. People know about it. They've traveled from all over the world, even Canada, to be here for this match.
Forearm shot delivered by Petey Williams. Has Styles in trouble in the corner. Charges at him. AJ able to get the elbow up.
Nice elbow there by AJ. Look at that camera shot. Oh,
corner cam.
Petey Williams stopped it. Oh, he's got him again.
Got AJ hung up again.
Oh, AJ! Oh,
how did he do that?
He's so innovative. He thinks so well. I've never seen anybody that can just completely reverse his mind and do what it has to do.
Have you ever seen anybody who can come up with a move that you've never seen before? God, in almost every match.
That's why he's phenomenal. It's somebody that can think on their feet or even when they're off their feet. That's AJ Styles. Oh! He caught him with the Bailey!
Sensational.
Beautiful!
The importance of this night, Don, as we see both men down. It's really driven home as we look around ringside. Photographers representing publications from all over the world, the U.S., Canada, Japan, as well as we take a replay look.
Oh, look at this AJ Styles. Now watch here. Look how he does this. Wow! It's upside down. Hits the Bailey backwards, and again, Petey Williams never saw it coming and blew it.
Never. Exchange here, both men delivering forearm shots. Who's going to get the better of? Rapid fire shots by AJ.
Oh, he's just on fire right now.
What's he hit 10, 12 times?
In about 2 seconds. That's what you got to do. He's just snapped right there, but it's a calculated anger. He knows what he's doing with it, and look at this. Petey Williams just gets wrenched to the mat.
Drops him on the back of his head, suplex style. The more you know about, he may be seeing his TNA career go up in smoke right in front of his eyes.
Oh, right here at Victory Road, he's going to lose all of his titles. But oh, AJ went through the ropes, but again, Petey doesn't realize that there he comes, and he catches him midway through the ring.
Springboard
with the elbow.
Flying forearm, pin 2.
No, Petey Williams is not ready to give it up right yet.
Barely got the shoulder up. There you see what's at stake. The importance of this match. Gosh, we've talked about it from the opening minute. The passion of AJ Styles. The fact that Petey Williams needs to win to keep his coach in TNA. Petey comes for AJ.
Look at that move by Petey Williams. What a counter right there.
Into a side-rushing leg sweep.
What a counter by Petey Williams. And he knows that he caught AJ off guard. You got to give it to Petey Williams. That's thinking on your feet, and that's doing your homework.
It's like he's motioning here that he's going to reel him in. I don't know whether I'd be so cocky.
Well, you know what? If you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk.
It could be.
Look at this.
Could be the Canadian Destroyer.
Looked like he was trying it now. The Styles Clash.
We mentioned it earlier. Which finisher?
Oh, they're just back and forth. Back and forth. Oh, AJ throws him into the turnbuckle.
Wait a minute. D'Amore just came and picked up the title belt. Did you see that? Right off of our table.
Scott D'Amore's got the title belt in his hands, and the referee doesn't realize it. I guess since his man has the title, he can hold it in his hands, but keep your eye on him.
AJ
Oh, he's
giving Petey a little of his medicine, showing him that he's going to reel him in.
Oh, he sure is, and you see right there AJ getting ready to slam him down, but oh, Petey fighting it off.
Both men trying for their finishers. AJ takes it. Roll through. Who's going to get it? Wait a minute.
AJ's got it. 1, 2. Oh, wait a minute.
You see the distraction by D'Amore. What the heck's going on here? Rudy Charles turns his attention to the Team Canada coach.
Oh, AJ Styles had him. AJ Styles had him, and referee Rudy Charles got distracted. You can see AJ Styles is mad.
Look out! Look at this! Petey Williams has got the flag wrapping that hockey stick. Look out!
Oh, referee Rudy Charles said, well, at least he's going to stop him from using that.
Attempted the clothesline. Duck. Oh,
no! Oh, man, he caught him with the belt. He's got him.
No way.
No! No, he fights out! He fights out of it!
There's still life left in AJ.
Oh, look at the look on Scott D'Amore. He can't believe it. How AJ was able to fight through the pain, realize the count was almost a 3 count, and get out of it.
AJ in severe trouble. Williams, almost as if he's sensing victory here. Is he going to go for that 6-flip pile driver?
Oh, there he goes. But AJ not going to let him do it. He sets him up. Oh, AJ back to the man. I mean, this match, these guys have given it all. They put it all on the line.
AJ down. Petey Williams up on the corner turnbuckle, and now AJ comes back.
Nice elbow shot there by AJ Styles. He goes up and again.
Not
Scott
again.
D'Amore.
Not again.
And the referee gets involved. Get him out of here. Get that load out of here. Oh, nice move there by Petey Williams as AJ trying to come back, trying to win his 4th title. Oh! Canadian Destroyer!
He hit it! Petey Williams hit it on AJ!
No!
He keeps the title. Petey Williams keeps the title belt. D'Amore gets to stay in TNA.
You see how he went into the finish? Petey Williams, innovative. You gotta look at a replay.
We have to take another look.
Look how he does this.
Drops down.
Never gave AJ a chance.
I've never seen that kind of a move. I've never seen him go into that Canadian Destroyer quite like that. Dropping down from the 2nd rope, and there you see the Team Canada members as they come out to join in the celebration.
That just goes to show you that nobody, not even the phenomenal AJ Styles, can survive the Canadian Destroyer when it's hit perfectly.
Yeah, AJ can't survive the interference, the blatant interference of the Team Canada coach D'Amore either. Take that into account.
Oh, Scott D'Amore, AJ getting revenge right there. Man, he's mad. He knows D'Amore cost him his 4th title. As now Team Canada going for the beatdown, but AJ gets out of the ring.
AJ able to get the last word in, but he doesn't get to regain the X Division title. Petey Williams keeps the X Division gold. Colleague, the franchise Shane Douglas, I think he really hit the nail on the head. He called it the most amazing match in professional wrestling today. Yes, he's referring to Ultimate X, and it's a part of the Final Resolution package this Sunday on pay-per-view. We've already established this. The X Division champion, Petey Williams. He's in. The phenomenal AJ Styles, the cornerstone, the pioneer of the X Division, he's in. And now we will find out who the 3rd individual will be at Ultimate X at Final Resolution. Will it be the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, or will it be this man, Chris Sabin?
Let's face it, Professor, both these men are very worthy of being in Ultimate X at Final Resolution. But only one gets to go, so that puts so much at stake on this match. Christopher Daniels wants that coveted X Division crown, something he's never held, something he knows and feels that he deserves because of his ability. Chris Sabin wants it back. He's been away, been without it for so long. Both these guys have a hunger to get into Ultimate X.
Let's direct your attention to the top of your screen in the Fox box, and you'll notice that this is a special 15-minute time limit matchup as ordered by the NWA Director of Authority, Dusty Rhodes. I think it's a great call due to the importance of this matchup. Dusty adding that extra time. Should we go the full 15-minute time limit? Yes, we have a judge in attendance. NWA Championship Committee member Harley Race. He'll decide who wins this match and who goes on to Ultimate X this Sunday. But I think it was a great move, preemptive move by the Dream, by Dusty Rhodes, to add that extra time.
Well, like you said, there's just so much at stake. I mean, everybody knows that. You talked about it. It is such an awesome kind of match. Ultimate X, it's so innovative. It's so dangerous. You will see things that you will never, ever see in a wrestling match again. And you will see the best athletes in the world trying to pull down that belt from the middle of the wires where they form the X. 20 feet above the ring, and it's just unbelievable action. And these two guys deserve the extra time to get there.
Really has to be seen to be believed on. Those steel towers around ringside, supporting the steel cables, and of course, the X Division Championship belt that hangs above the ring and hangs in the balance as we see Sabin connect with a clothesline that sends Daniels down to the floor.
And I'll tell you what, Daniels caught his chin right there on the bottom of the ring and snapped him, and here comes Sabin.
Dive over the top. Sabin and Daniels. Wow, both men are down. This is our final commercial break this week. When we return, we'll find out who goes on to Ultimate X. Will it be Christopher Daniels or Chris Sabin? Mike Tenay and Don West back at the Impact Zone. And let's reinforce the importance of this matchup. Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin. The winner goes on this Sunday at Final Resolution to be a part of Ultimate X. Petey Williams, the X Division champion, he's in. The phenomenal AJ Styles as well. Who will be the third man at Ultimate X? We're going to decide it right here on Impact. Daniels or Sabin?
I'll tell you what, Mike, I also want to remind everybody, don't forget, Kevin Nash and Monty Brown and Diamond Dallas Page are going to face each other to see who takes on Jeff Jarrett for the World Championship. As you see, Christopher Daniels just using his legs, pulling the neck of Chris Sabin into the ropes. And think about all the other great matches at Final Resolution. That is coming up on January 16th. Ultimate X, the NWA Tag Team titles on the line, the X Division title on the line, and of course, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship title will be on the line.
You're watching the strategy here of the Fallen Angel, totally focusing his attack on the neck of Sabin. You saw earlier his own unique variation of a figure-4 head scissors, while he had Sabin wrapped in the ring ropes. Follows up by pounding him down to the mat, driving all of the force, all of the impact, if you will, on the neck area. And Sabin gonna try and fight back with a series of elbows, but Daniels cuts him off.
I'll tell you something right now. Christopher Daniels is just using his strength. He's found something, and I think he realized that Chris Sabin's so used to taking on guys like Petey Williams and a lot of the more agile, smaller X Division guys. I don't want to say that Christopher Daniels isn't agile, but Christopher Daniels using the strength as leverage right here, and it's working.
Again, as part of our Final Resolution pay-per-view, NWA Director of Authority, Dusty Rhodes. In my opinion, I think he's trying to divide the kings of wrestling. Divide them and conquer. Will that become a reality Sunday? Will Kevin Nash win the three-way match and then go on to challenge Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Heavyweight title? Only one way to find out. Please join us Sunday for this epic 3-hour pay-per-view event. Daniels in control, but Sabin trying to fight back.
Have you seen the way Christopher Daniels has been just twisting Sabin's head around? I mean, that is so dangerous what he can do. Wow! Wait a minute! What a counter! Oh, I thought Sabin had him, and that's the smartness of Christopher Daniels. He used it to his advantage.
Looked like Sabin was going to try for maybe a Hurricane Rana out of that move. Daniels countered, reversed it, powerbombed him down. Again, the back of his head and his neck crashing down to the canvas, but not able to put him away and eliminate him yet.
Oh, they've got everything on the line. They know what it's going to mean to be in that Ultimate X match at Final Resolution on January 16th. Already AJ Styles, already Petey Williams, the defending champion, and only one of these two guys. And again, can you imagine, I got to say this though, you brought it up, what it would be like if Jeff Jarrett has to face off against Kevin Nash. I mean, we saw the tension already mounting between those two last week.
Wouldn't get any sweeter than that. That is a possibility because it will be Kevin Nash, the alpha male, and DDP, one of those three to challenge for the gold, to challenge for the NWA title. Sabin come back at 10. Oh, he's cut off by Daniels again.
What a great counter by Daniels as he just put Sabin on his head and he almost had the 3 count.
A variation there of that Death Valley as he powered Saban down to the mat, and again just working on the upper body. That neck and shoulder area of Saban has taken so much punishment.
Well, we saw him, we talked to him here last week as he joined us at the booth, and Christopher Daniels so focused, didn't even want to talk about AEW. That was past as far as he was concerned. All he wants to talk about is final resolution.
You've called him, Don, for the past couple of years.
Yes.
The best X Division competitor who's never been X Division champion. Christopher Daniels first needs to beat Saban this week on Impact, and then he's got a shot at the belt this Sunday at Final Resolution. Cover! No!
How does Saban kick out of that? I mean, Daniels has just been owning him here. He's just had a game plan. He's kept focused on it. And Chris Saban able to fight out of that. And I'll tell you something, that shows you the heart that Chris Saban has.
The resiliency of Saban. But you see Daniels and now Saban, both of them with forearms.
They're just trading for, there's Saban, there's a little fire. He knows he's got to get some momentum, Mike.
Oh, rapid fire shots by Saban.
Look at that headbutt.
Wow. Daniels.
It's all on the line. Man, can you imagine what Final Resolution's going to be like? Can you imagine what Ultimate X is going to be like?
Almost as if this is just the first step down a Final Resolution. Wow! Secondary kick out of nowhere!
That's what he needed, is he just puts, look at there.
Hail
The crowd, yes, paying homage to Chris Saban, who in his 2 reigns held the X Division title longer than anybody, and he wants it back for a 3rd time.
Desperation move by Saban. He had connected, but you can see that he's still feeling the effects of all that pain and punishment that was dished out earlier to his neck by Christopher Daniels. Now both men up.
Oh, Saban just levels him once, levels him twice. You can see he's getting fired up, but he's got so much strength, and now he counters Daniels, and Daniels is able to kick out.
Sit out powerbomb by Saban. And I thought he was going to get the 3 count there for sure, but no, another near fall.
It's a good thing we gave him the 15-minute time limit, because these guys are taking it to the limit.
Great call by the NWA Director of Authority. Dusty Rhodes anticipating we might need the extra time.
Oh!
A world backbreaker.
Oh, I'm telling you, these guys are so good. It's a shame that only one of them can go to Final Resolution. And here we go. No! Saban was able to kick out.
Now Daniels gonna take Saban, position him in the middle of the ring. Is he gonna go for a BME here? Best moonsault ever?
He's calling for it. Here he goes. Oh, but he lands on his feet. Saban able to get out of the way. That's what an X Division athlete can do. Wow, look at that move by Saban.
Tornado DDT.
1, 2, no!
Oh man, he spiked him. He dropped him on his head, but no, he couldn't get the 3 count.
I mean, just think about this little clips of what we've got to see between these guys. Think of what you're going to see January 16th. Not to mention the NWA World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. The tag team belts will be on the line. So many other great matches. It's all coming up January 16th.
Cradle shot. He's got him up to his feet. Reversal. Went for the last rights, but that was blocked. Boot to the midsection. Gonna go for the win.
Here comes the Angels Wing. Wait, he counters it. Rolls him up. 2. He's got it.
Saban won it. Saban beat it. Saban got the 3 count. That makes it official. Chris Saban is now the 3rd man this Sunday at Ultimate X.
Can you believe it? Chris Saban gets a chance to go back to a match that he knows so well. Ultimate X. It will be Saban. It will be Styles. It will be Petey Williams. And that's not all you're going to see. You're going to see Monty Brown, DDP, and Kevin Nash go at it to see who takes on the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett.
Could you imagine Kevin Nash versus Jeff Jarrett for the NWA title? It's a possibility. You don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you this Sunday at Final Resolution.
Coming up now, the Ultimate X match. If you've never seen one of these before, it's a high wire free-for-all. The high wires cross in the center of the ring. The X Division title hangs in the balance. The only way to get the belt, the only way to be victorious, is by scaling those wires, getting to the center of the ring, and grabbing the X Division title. Certainly, the Ultimate X match, is an exclusive to Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. You won't see this anywhere else. And certainly with this matchup, you have to wonder, with Petey Williams, at the time the X Division champion, holding onto that belt with the longest reign in X Division history. Well, looking to dethrone him, Chris Sabin, a former X Division champion in his own right, and of course the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, a guy who's held every belt in TNA wrestling on 2 separate occasions. Well, this time he hopes to recapture that X Division title in the high-wire free-for-all known as the Ultimate X Match.
Let's break it down with the X Factors, ladies and gentlemen. X Division Championship hanging in the balance and at stake. Here are the bullet points. It's almost as if this Ultimate X matchup was just made for one man, one of the 3, Chris Sabin. In 2004, Sabin competed in 3 of these high-risk bouts and was a perfect 3 for 3, yes, straight Ultimate X victories. When you think of the X Division, you think of the phenomenal AJ Styles, but AJ has yet to win an Ultimate X match tonight. He can add a victory in the most innovative bout to his resume. Petey Williams now owns the record for the longest stint as X Division champ in TNA history. Over 5 months and counting. Will that reign continue? It's time to find out.
You talked about it right today. Chris Sabin, a perfect 3 for 3 in 2004 Ultimate X matches. When you look at all the factors, the phenomenal AJ Styles being the king of the X Division, Petey Williams being the longest holder of the X Division title. But you know who I think is the favorite? This young kid right here. He has been in more Ultimate X's than anybody, and he's won more than anybody.
And here comes the more. Team Cannon just losing the NWA Tag Team titles to AMW. But here he is with his X Division champion, Petey Williams. And when you consider the record-breaking reign over 5 months as the X Division title holder, when you factor in how deep the competition is in the X Division, Petey Williams can brag that he's accomplished something that no one, not AJ Styles, not Michael Shane, not Jerry Lynn, not any other X Division competitor has ever done. Now that's the upside. Downside, the association with that man, Scott D'Amore. I know his presence is going to be felt.
You talked about it, Mike. Of all the things that AJ Styles has accomplished in TNA.
And let's listen to those accomplishments, Don.
All right.
2-time NWA World Champion, 2-time NWA World Tag Champ, 3-time NWA X Division Champ, and Mr. TNA 2003, Mr. TNA 2004, but what's the one thing missing?
Ultimate X Championship. And not only winning the Ultimate X, the most innovative match in the history of TNA, but winning it with the title on the line. And that's exactly what it is tonight.
That's the key. Tonight, that man, the phenomenal AJ Styles, he can not only add that accomplishment to that incredible resume, but in the process, he could also become X Division champion.
I'll tell you something else. You brought up the accomplishment of a 3-time X Division champion. Think about this. He can do something that nobody's done more than twice. And that's become the 4-time X Division champion. On the other side, Chris Sabin has a chance to become only the 2nd person to win 3 X Division titles if he wins here tonight. And you said it, Petey Williams has held this belt longer than anybody. What a matchup, let's get it on.
You mentioned earlier that you were selected Chris Sabin. He was going to be your pick in this match. Well, Sabin, with the victory on Impact this week over the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, he qualifies. That puts him in position to regain that title. That, you're right, was very, very good to him in the year 2004.
I'll tell you something. I don't know how you can top what we just saw, but if anyone can do it, 3 of the greatest athletes in the world in one of the most high-risk, one of the most feared matches of any opponent, one of the most challenging matches that's ever been aired on television, on pay-per-view, on anywhere. Ultimate X, it's what you want to follow what we just saw.
Petey Williams on his bicycle, Chris Sabin chasing him around the ring while AJ just waits patiently.
And you know what? That's a great word to use for a match like this, and that's patience. You gotta wait. You gotta have eyes in the back of your head. You gotta wait for your moment, and when you see it, you gotta seize it. Because if you don't, you're awful high up in the air to mess up.
We talked about Saban, the 3 wins in the 3 Ultimate X matchups in 2004. Then when you factor in the familiarity that Saban has with the man that just got nailed, Petey Williams, this could be his night. What a drop kick in the corner.
How about the teamwork between Saban and Styles right there? Just a little couple shots at Petey Williams.
Chance of TNA from this standing room only crowd. There you see it. What a great wide shot. They are sardined into the impact zone for final resolution.
I'm not kidding you. We've got them outside just listening to the noise on the doors just so they can feel the action.
Saban and Styles, and AJ quickly kicks to his feet, caught him with a forearm smash. Now Styles shot off into the corner, able to float over. Saban.
Oh, going for it quick. Saban knows how to do it, but AJ not going to let it. You realize what just happened in this match? Saban and Styles worked together. They knew that it was an opportunity to do it, but they also didn't fool each other. They know that they're going to go against each other to win this match. No pretenses, just if we can work together, we will. Oh, AJ went up high to get it, but couldn't.
Well, you're right. That's the realization here, that it is every man for himself, bottom line. As we saw AJ trying to spring off that top corner turnbuckle to take down the belt. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the way that you win this match is by taking down that X Division title belt. The competitor who's able to climb across those steel cables and take it.
There goes AJ Styles! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Over the top rope, he took out both Saban and Petey Williams.
Would you call it phenomenal?
Phenomenal! Well, Hassan said it right there. Simply phenomenal.
I think one of the things that we have to consider here is that Petey Williams, the champion, he's at an inherent disadvantage because there's 2 challengers, not just one. I think you qualify this as a match where you really need to have eyes in the back of your head.
Yes, you do, and I'll tell you something. Petey Williams knows it, but I'll tell you something. Petey Williams is the kind of competitor that is up for this challenge.
AJ starting his way up that steel structure, but Saban able to come from the arena floor to stop his ascent. Series of shots from Styles from up there, perched in a very precarious position.
Oh, what a move right there by Saban. You talk about getting extension. I want you to realize how high these cables are. You saw how high Saban was, and the belt and the steel cables at the top were nowhere even in the picture. Look at how high that is.
There's a great shot as we go wide, and you can appreciate just how high up that X Division Championship belt hangs. What a drop kick by Saban, and now Saban leaping across. He's got to make his way across the cables and take it down.
He's so close. Oh, come on, Scott D'Amore. This is unreal. Not in this match.
Of all things, Dusty Rhodes, we need to do something about D'Amore. And of course, that allows Williams to get in here. And
Wait a minute. I think they are doing something about it. Oh, Baldy just kicked him out.
You're out of here.
You gotta believe you're out of here.
Big fat load. You're out of here.
Petey Williams is losing it. I think he feels like the D'Amore out here. He evens up the odds a little bit for him.
Listen to him saying, goodbye. Next stop, Windsor. Send him through the tunnel. Send him across the border while you're at it.
Oh, look at this. You can see. Oh, cut the act. You're out of here, D'Amore.
Referee Mike
Take your
Posey.
big loaded butt up the ramp and out of this place.
You know, I'm just guessing this might be at the direction of Dusty Rhodes, but I think the NWA Director of Authority has handed up to here with D'Amore, just like you and I and the rest of the TNA fans.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. He wants to see sportsmanship. He wants to see the best athletes in the world vying for the X Division title.
That's what the X Division is all about.
Absolutely. You don't need this crap.
And we just got rid of that crap. D'Amore sent out by referee Posey. Oh, AJ said face first into the steel.
I'll tell you what, Petey Williams can use this to his advantage right now because Saban and Styles were hurting themselves in the ring, and now Petey Williams is fired up. He's using the aggression. He's using the frustration to take it out on Saban. Look how smooth Petey is.
Look at this.
Man,
So fluid.
systematic almost.
Different suplexes that he uses there in an array. Punctuating it with the backdrop suplex. Petey Williams looks up above the ring, and what does he see? His goal, his X Division title. It's hanging in the balance. One of these 3 individuals are going to walk out with that X Division title. Will it be Petey Williams? Will he be able to keep some gold for the roster of Team Canada?
That's right. They've already lost 2 belts tonight. What will Scott D'Amore do if he loses his 3rd? Sabin and fighting. These two know each other so well. What an incredible title match they had at Turning Point. So good to see him back in the ring. And great counter by Petey Williams.
You know, we've told the story many times, but let's just reiterate it again. Sabin and Williams trained together. For years, these two, when they broke into wrestling, it was under Coach Scott D'Amore at his TNA Wrestling School. But Sabin went his own way, Williams stuck with D'Amore, and now you watch AJ up on top. I thought for a second he was going to leap across and try and take down the belt.
Well, tell you what, he knows that you got to take your opportunities. Hitting somebody at the bottom doesn't do you any good. Doesn't do you any good at all. Oh, man. Petey Williams is doing some damage in the ring right now.
And I'm not sure why Petey Williams, I think just in the heat of the battle, went for a pin attempt. You don't win this match by pinning your opponent.
That's right.
You don't win this match by forcing your opponent to submit. There's only one way to win. Take down that X Division title belt.
Now, you've got to use your best moves. If he can use a Canadian Destroyer right now, he will. He can put somebody out. He can keep somebody from pulling him down the road. But you're right, pins or submissions mean nothing in this match.
If you think about it, I think the #1 strategy point has to be avoid one of the 3 patented finishing moves. You've got to avoid the Canadian Destroyer of Petey Williams, no question. You've got to avoid the cradle shot with Chris Sabin, as well as the Styles Clash, because a move like that can debilitate you, can take you out of the play, and allow your opponent to climb the cable and take down the championship belt.
I'll tell you right now, AJ Styles, you can see he is just, this is a match that has eluded him. I'll never forget when he lost it the last time. It was the one time when Shane and Kazarian came down with the belt together. And they were co-champs for a while. And then they had to solve that problem by having the gauntlet, and that's how Petey Williams became the X Division champion.
Over 5 months ago.
Think about that.
Styles and Williams and AJ.
We were broadcasting in another city.
You're right, now springing up the result.
AJ Styles can kick it from anywhere. I mean, this guy got eyes in the back of his head, Mike.
AJ able to drill the champ Petey Williams with the kick. Got to take another look at this.
Look at this.
Oh! You saw there that he tried to get his hands up. Tried to block that move. Great effort by Williams, but Styles connects nonetheless.
You see Chris Sabin, and I'll tell you what you've got to do if you want to win this match. You've got to let 2 of the wrestlers get involved. You've got to let them get focused on each other where they lose sight of you so that you can shimmy up the poles and get on top of the steel cable and grab that belt. As you can see Sabin realizing he can't win unless he's up on those ropes.
Well, you're right. One of the good strategies might be just to try to avoid the other two.
Yes.
And you're right, maybe sneak up from behind and go up that steel structure, climb across and take down the title. Petey, I think that's what he's got in mind, just as we talked about it.
Well, he knows.
He's Sabin and Styles battling.
Look at that camera shot right there.
What an incredible shot.
He's so close.
That great shot.
If he comes off the rope, I don't know if he slipped and took advantage of it or he planned it. But what a shot by Petey, and this crowd goes bananas.
Gotta take another look. Here it is.
Look at that. Wow.
Snapped off the Hurricane Rana, did Williams. On Sabin while he was on Styles' shoulder. We're back live. Cybershin leg sweep by the champ. Wow. They have taken all the energy out of Petey Williams.
Let me tell you something, folks. When you fall from those top ropes, it's not like just taking a shot on a power bomb or something. It's like times 2, times 3, just because of the height.
And now, while Styles and Sabin are down, Petey Williams heads out to the ring apron. Gonna try and climb. Here goes the champion, while AJ, one of the 2 challengers, heads up the other steel structure.
Now it becomes a race right here as you got Sabin as the odd man out. As you see Williams and Styles.
It's gonna be Williams or Styles.
As they're meeting right there in the middle.
Oh, so close. Who's gonna take down the title?
You can see them both trying to kick the other one away. Right, Petey's got himself trapped up there.
Yeah, look how smart that is.
Oh, good move by Petey Williams.
I was gonna say it prevents Styles from taking it out, but it exposes Petey Williams back, and now Sabin pulls on AJ, but that may come back to haunt him. Sabin looks up, and Petey Williams is just hanging there, though.
He's trying to figure out. I'll tell you what, though, if he could just somehow get his strength, AJ.
combination of desperation move by AJ Styles. The realization set in. While Styles and Sabin were wrestling outside, one man on the apron, all of a sudden the light bulb went on, and AJ realized, I've got to take Williams down.
And I'm going to tell you something. What happened to Petey Williams up there was, yeah, he was up there in the crux of the X, but he was stuck. He couldn't reach up without losing his balance. And then when AJ grazed him coming off the ropes, he couldn't hold on any longer.
Now Sabin quickly springs off the top turnbuckle. Hand over hand.
Look at how he tries to hold his feet up there.
AJ, just try to stop the momentum. Sabin and Styles.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what a move by Sabin. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to show that again if it's possible.
We've got to see it again. Come on, guys in the truck. Get us a replay of this.
Look at this.
Ask and you shall receive, and check it out. Just when you think you've seen everything, you watch a TNA pay-per-view and you realize that you are watching cutting-edge alternative wrestling that's seen nowhere else in the world but TNA and this Ultimate X match.
Chris Sabin, I'm telling you, that wouldn't give someone a hurricane run off the top rope. It's giving it a ball.
Look out! Could be cradle shock. He's got him set.
Nice counter. AJ though coming in. Look at this. Wow! Takes the ball down. The crowd goes crazy. Look at this.
Double inverted DDT.
Look at AJ Styles. Look how fluid he is right here. Boom! And he just lets it take it down, and both of them get caught in the DDT.
They are standing here at the Impact Zone because they realize that they are witnessing, yes, the most innovative match in professional wrestling today. AJ up in the cable. He's close. He's got to just go over a couple of hands and he can take down the title.
Think about the fatigue that they're going through right here.
You're right, with every second. He turned him inside out.
You just see that?
He turned him inside out with the drop kick and Sabin.
He might have broke his back.
Here we go.
Whoa!
And again, think of the elevation done. Think of how far he fell. My God.
I mean, he's just stunned. This is unbelievable. Oh my God, this Petey Williams takes him and Sabin out.
But if AJ can recover, he's the only one in the ring. Williams and Sabin are down on the floor. There's the shot of AJ trying to regroup.
Oh, AJ still trying to recover.
You're right. Still feeling the
He can't even get to his feet.
You're right.
I'm wondering how seriously hurt he might be. Crowd trying to get him. There he is. Petey Williams. These guys are so tired. Every blow's like 10 blows when you hit it from there.
With every impactful blow and with every minute that the clock moves on this matchup, they've just got to dig down even deeper to try and compete, and that's what they're doing because the X Division title is at stake.
AJ Styles, Petey Williams battling each other right there on the post. Trying, oh, good move there by Williams, just pulling AJ through. And pulling the torque on him right there.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen this before in an Ultimate X match where they use those steel lighting grids. He's stuck like he's just hanging there in midair.
Man.
Oh, think of the damage that could do to that could break an arm.
That could break an arm. He's already maybe broke his back. I've never seen anything like this. Chris Sabin has an opportunity to win his 4th straight here if he can get up there and shimmy up the pole and get the belt. But Petey Williams coming over. Oh, look at this.
Sabin takes him up, going for the shot.
Yes!
Cradle shot by Sabin, but again, you don't win by pinning your opponent.
But you might put him out of commission.
A darn good first step. Cradle shot by Sabin, and now headed up the steel. AJ, I just looked across, AJ's barely making it into the ring. Sabin up.
Sabin's going up right there, and again,
I think he's the freshest. I think really Sabin is the freshest of the three at this point.
Oh, look at this, AJ just in time. Trying to set him into a Styles clash.
But instead, Sabin's got the arm.
Look at that, pulling on it.
Is there AJ powers him up?
You've got to be kidding.
And
AJ using his strength.
Sabin tried to go for the arm breaker. AJ could be the clash.
Yes, he does.
Most unique variation I've ever seen of the Styles
A
clash.
one-arm Styles clash.
Exactly. Wow, where do we go from here? You would think that might put Styles in the driver's seat, but then think of all the pain that he's absorbed in this match.
You can see the pain in AJ's face. He's almost in tears. Almost in tears.
AJ's awesome. This is awesome. I've heard both chants from this crowd because it's an appreciative audience. These three warriors doing everything with no limitations, everything within their physical power, and AJ's up to the cable.
He didn't even have the strength to jump off the pole up there. He's just doing this on sheer willpower. Sheer willpower.
Will the Styles clash allow AJ to not only win his first Ultimate X, but regain the championship belt that he made famous? Oh, he just
can't even do it.
It was the arm.
He can't hold the arm up. He knows it.
But, I mean, if you think the...
Oh, a Canadian destroyer!
Saw it coming. Out of nowhere, Petey Williams snuck in and hit the most devastating move in TNA that you voted, ladies and gentlemen. There it is.
Oh, man!
Any other time that would lead to a victory because he'd get a pin. But that's just step one. Yes, he hit the destroyer, but he's still got to take down the title. Look how glazed his eyes are.
He doesn't even know where he is right now. The only thing he's looking up at is that belt. Oh, what a move by Petey Williams. This is his.
He spiked him, dropped him on his head with the DDT, did Petey Williams to Chris Sabin, and now the champion. Gonna reel him in here, gonna rope him in.
I think he wants to make sure there's nobody that can interfere with him. Nobody. And there he goes. There he goes.
But Sabin is out.
Not going to allow it.
Sabin stops him.
Oh, look, these guys are in such sheer pain. Oh, man, just threw him all the way across into the turnbuckle.
Position him up on his shoulders. I'm not going to call it. You just watch it. Look at that. The whiplash effect when the back of Petey Williams' head hit that turnbuckle could be the deciding factor. But Williams, look at this. Amazingly enough, he's regrouping and trying to keep in mind what he has to do to take down that title.
Look at everyone's face. You have never seen such pain and agony. Every time they show a close-up, folks, AJ still just dazed. I don't even think he knows or cares where he is. Can't even move.
Sabin on one side, Sabin up. Now you see Petey Williams on the far side. Both of them. Looks like Sabin's got quite a clear advantage here.
Again, trying to get up there. Trying to pull this belt down. Trying to get a hold of it. You see Petey going up there.
Sabin's got his hands on the belt.
Both
men have got a grip on the belt.
Whoever can pull it down first.
Looks like Petey Williams has got it unfastened. No, it looks like Sabin does. Look at this. The belt's down. It's a tug of war.
AJ Styles, knock it down. AJ Styles, let's go. I've never seen anything like that.
Kudos to these three. Kudos to TNA as well. You can feel the sense of anticipation, the level of excitement rising in the Impact Zone because the fans realize it's time for the X Division title match, and let's go to the X Factors. Yes, it's true. Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles have never faced each other in TNA, but the two have squared off earlier in their careers. In fact, Daniels credited with establishing Styles. You could narrow it down to the signature moves, AJ's clash and Daniels' wings, but this may come down to more than one big finisher because you may need more than one pin or submission. Biggest X factor of all, Iron Man stipulation. Tonight, it's not about weight limits, it's about time limits. We touched on their pre-TNA history and the X Factor bullet points, but for Christopher Daniels, his match back in 2001 against AJ Styles at the NWA's 53rd anniversary event still haunts him 4 years later. Consensus opinion of many wrestling experts is that Daniels put Styles on the wrestling map that night. Since then, AJ's done it all. The poster boy for TNA, in the words of Daniels. But tonight, Daniels has the chance to use that rage and jealousy against Styles.
Think about it, Mike. He has waited for this opportunity from the day he entered TNA. A chance to not only be X Division champ, a chance to beat this man right here for the title. The first time these two have ever locked up for the X Division title, and think about it. Mano a mano, one-on-one, but AJ Styles has held this belt 4 times. He's won it every way imaginable.
No matter how Daniels spins it, there's no denying the phenomenal list of accomplishments for AJ Styles. Not just the only Triple Crown winner in TNA history, as NWA Tag Champ, NWA World Champ, and of course X Division Champion, but also voted Mr. TNA 2003 and 2004 by the most important critics of all. You, ladies and gentlemen, you, the TNA viewers, the TNA fans, at our website, TNAWrestling.com. All of these claims by Daniels about favoritism from Dusty Rhodes, these claims about protection by TNA management, they ring hollow to me because now, Don, all the talking, all the posturing, it's history. It's time to prove who's the best. What better way to do that than a 30-minute Iron Man match?
Think about it, Mike, because I'm listening to you going over all of AJ's accomplishments. He's not only done everything in TNA, including win Mr. TNA, he's done them all twice. Heavyweight championship, tag team championships, X Division championships 4 times. The guy's just good. Has it ever occurred to Christopher Daniels that he's just good?
This is the chance here for Daniels to prove to the world that he can really fuel that jealousy that he has. He can prove the claim that he is the most talented man in the X Division, and at the same time, he could become X Division champion for the first time.
Mike, I gotta ask you, what is the strategy here? Because you have no choice. You've gotta go 30 minutes. Most pinfalls or submissions in that time period wins this match. So how do you pace yourself? Obviously, these guys aren't worried about pacing themselves. They came out like Hagler and Hearns, the way they come out at each other. What is the strategy?
Well, you know, Daniels told us on Impact he would have absolutely no problem going the 30 minutes of the Iron Man rules. But Don, I think at the same time, the mental aspect of this match, it tells me that it would be so important to get that first fall, to prove something to your opponent. And really, at that time, once you go up 1-0, then you can change your strategy. It's going to be interesting to see who gets the first fall in this match.
Just think if you could be lucky enough to get like a 2-fall edge or a 3-fall edge, then I think you almost have to go into kind of a stall. I mean, the X Division title on the line. Wow, that was almost number 1 right there. AJ's got him!
Rolls through and gets just a 2 count from referee Thomas. Another quick roll up by Styles and yet another 2 count.
I'll tell you what, I know how you think of AJ Styles. I know how I think of AJ Styles. You cannot do anything but respect him, but we also have an incredible respect for the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. This guy is one phenomenal athlete. I've always called him the greatest athlete that's not won the X Division. And this is his chance finally. He might fight a little dirty sometimes, but I'll tell you something. He is so good, he's so crisp, he's so clean and fluid.
And so smart.
Thank you.
Daniels in his early 30s, 12 years as a pro. Styles in his mid.
Oh
my
God!
God!
AJ!
I was just going to mention that Daniels has twice the experience of Styles, and right in mid-sentence, AJ unleashes one of the fiercest dropkick fights I've seen.
Boy, he just didn't hold out at all. Oh, look at this, AJ! Right off of the ring apron, Hurricane runs him into the concrete floor.
Comes running right off the apron, darts off in one move, hits the Hurricane Rana on Daniels.
Oh, that was unbelievable. We gotta see that again. Well, if we have a chance, I don't know if these guys are going to give us much opportunity for replays.
Yeah, we don't want to miss something important live, guys, on the truck. Let's see what happens here. Exchange of chops on the arena floor.
Ooh, nice elbow right there by Daniels, and a follow-up one by Styles.
Oh, what a forearm shot that was. Stiff shots from both champion and challenger.
We've seen this thing culminating the entire month. Every time on Impact, these two, they couldn't keep their hands off each other. And obviously the hatred that Christopher Daniels feels for AJ, he feels that AJ gets favoritism. The reason that he feels that way, or the reason that people see it that way, is because AJ is so good. He wins so often. He's held so many titles. Well, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and that's what the Fallen Angels got to do tonight. Oh, nice flip.
Deep arm drag by the X Division champion Styles. Opportunity here to neutralize the challenger. At the same time, catch your breath and formulate strategy. But what have we said about AJ through the years, Don? Is there anyone better at reacting instinctively on their feet?
No, I'll tell you what, it's amazing. We'll see him do some things that you feel like he's done. He's down and out, and all of a sudden, he'll find a way to turn the momentum, turn the tide, and nobody sees it happening, as you see right here. They are just going back and forth and back and forth.
Side head scissors applied by Daniels, using his leg strength.
Look how he's smacking his leg right there to apply a little bit more pressure down there onto the neck.
You would think long term it would really be to your advantage.
Did you see that by AJ?
I did. Springs up to his feet and answers with an arm drag. You would think that one of your strategies has to be to try and take the wind away from your opponent in a match that's scheduled for 30 minutes, Don. Once this thing gets past the 20-minute mark, and again, this is Iron Man rules. 30-minute time limit, bottom line, most falls in that 30 minutes. Walks away the champion as you see the clock back on the screen as we go under 25 minutes.
Think about the action we've already seen, and it's only been 5 minutes. These guys have got to go 30, and there's not been a pinfall yet. You mentioned it earlier, Mike. Somebody needs to get one quickly, because that just gives you such a great advantage. It starts to get into the mind of the other one, too, if the time's running out. But there's still plenty of time. You've got to pick your spots. You don't want to go for something and miss it and give a pin to the other guy.
It's really something you have to think about in terms of using a high-risk move. Because if you do not connect on a move, and you're right, if you give your opponent a pin or a submission win, you're really behind it right from the start, down 1-0.
The last thing you want to do is give up a pin on a quick roll-up, somewhere they just catch you off guard. But these guys are so good, it's just hard to believe that can happen.
Pair of kicks to the side of the head by Styles.
Ooh, right to the back. Oh, look at this.
Drilling in with another kick and then goes right back for the cover. And this is very wise strategy by Styles. Why not go for that pin?
Oh, he's gone for 3 of them right in a row. He feels like one of these he might get. One of these is going to stick. I mean, Daniels has got to be concentrating on making sure he keeps getting that shoulder up. And look at what AJ's doing, pulling on the arm, just taking the arm and pulling it out of the shoulder socket right there.
Yeah, trying to hyperextend the elbow at the same time as well as work on the shoulder. Armbar applied here by Styles.
I mean, think about what AJ's doing. It's a smart move. I mean, who's going to go 30 minutes if their shoulders separated? I mean, that's not a bad strategy.
Daniels fights out of the hammerlock, series of elbows. Oh, what a forearm smash, but you can see him favoring the arm.
Yep, he sure did. He took that shoulder and, man, he just yanked on it. It cost him right there. He's going to have to figure out a way to block that out. You can see him. Man, he's grabbing that elbow.
Another arm drag by Styles sends Daniels out to the floor. Watch AJ fly.
Here he comes. Oh, he goes through. He went right through the ropes and just kicks him and nails him right into the concrete floor. Unreal.
Another stiff drop kick by Styles right into the face of Daniels.
What's he going to do right here?
Look out from the top.
Oh.
Rethinks things.
Well, if it doesn't work, you just don't do it. Oh, man,
maybe on second thought you do.
I'll tell you what, it was almost like Daniels was daring him. Just daring him, and AJ said, all right, I'll do it anyway. Let's see if we can see that again, how high he gets up right here. And he's coming down from so high that you knew, no matter what, it was going to cost Daniels.
Watch the spring, quickly to the top, and then look at the contact. Boy, you're right, he went wow, way up into the lights, and then hit him with the cross-body block.
I think it could almost look like Daniels was going to try to catch him and fling him back. And at the last moment, AJ just kind of gave that little elbow a little flip.
Oh, we're back live.
Oh,
man, did you see what happened
yes.
there? Did you see that? AJ was going to go for a slingshot or springboard move, I'm not sure which. But Daniels positioned the referee, Andrew Thomas, in his path. At that time, Styles had to rethink the move. And that momentary delay and distraction allowed Daniels to do the punishment.
Well, that's what we're talking about. We talked about how AJ thinks on his feet. Obviously, Christopher Daniels has that same ability. And now, when he shot him into that rail, now you see AJ is reeling. AJ's mind is cloudy right here, and Christopher Daniels is going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, notice the strategy here that we're seeing
the
by
elbow.
Daniels.
Look at the elbow,
He's favoring it. But did you notice what he was working on? The ribs and the midsection of Styles.
Ooh,
And
yeah,
right
there it
back
is
to it.
again.
Really double effect when you work on the ribs of AJ. Number one, you take away his wind, and number two, you might set him up for the Angel's wings.
Oh, look at that. And there he is, applying the pressure again. My good call. As that's exactly what he's doing. He's focusing on that. And, I mean, it's good strategy. AJ did it, working on the elbow. He's doing it, working on the ribs. You got 30 minutes out there. You got to figure out a way to get the advantage in your favor.
First, it was the shoulder blocks in the corner. Then the series of knees to the chest. Measures Styles and drills him right in the back. Big clubbing blow.
Well, you can get the ribs on the backside, too. Think about it. He's wanting to get him bruised on every side of his body right here. Oh, look at that. Just
see there, he opens him up. It's so easy for him to drive that knee into the ribs as we approach the 20-minute mark. What a knee to the midsection
this
that time.
is exactly what Christopher Daniels needed, and you can see AJ. I mean, think about it. We're just caught up in this match, but they've just gone 10 minutes right there. And they've got 20 more to go.
2 and no.
I mean, the last time these two were in the ring together here at TNA, it was a 10-minute match where Christopher Daniels challenged him.
Well, you're right, Don. It was on that Impact broadcast. He got into the mind of AJ.
And remember how tired they were after that? They've got to do that like 2 more times.
Daniels survived that 10-minute match and was able to get this title shot from the Director of Authority, Dusty Rhodes. But look at the landing. Where did he land?
Right on
those ribs.
Yes, he did. And I'm going to tell you something. The wind has got to be out of him when your ribs are hurting like that. And who knows? They might be cracked. Definitely bruised. Every time you breathe, as he nails his shoulder right into him again. Every time you breathe, it's like a knife going through your body.
How many times have you heard athletes and wrestlers talk about that fact? Just trying to compete with a broken rib. Off the ropes, Daniels cover, no.
The only thing that saved AJ Styles that time was that Daniels didn't catch the ropes clean, because he would have got a pin right there, because he would have had a lot more force and a lot more momentum. AJ's got to consider himself lucky.
Daniels cranking on the neck of AJ while at the same time having his knee positioned across his stomach and across his ribs. AJ going to try and get back up to a vertical base. He gets up to one knee, met by a knee from Daniels. Champion shot off into the ropes.
Ooh, nice kick right there by AJ. Oh, that's what you do. I'll tell you something, Daniels was in such control. It was almost just, he felt like, is AJ going to be able to turn this around? And man, he just did.
The telegraph of the back body drop by Daniels, it really hurt him because it enabled Styles to connect first with the kick and then with the clothesline as we take another look.
Look at that. There he sets him up with the kick, and now wham! Wow, just sets him right down to the mat, and I mean, that was vicious. Think about the force of Daniels' head hitting the man. Look at that! Now AJ Styles has just shown him the repertoire.
Spin kick connects. AJ trying to catch his breath off the ropes. Springs off the middle of the back
look how
and
good he is.
Drops him down, inverted DDT. Here's the pin attempt. Here's 2 and no! Still no falls in the match, Don.
You know, think about it. I didn't know how this was going to go. I thought there might be 5 or 6 right there. As we think about the time that's remaining, there's got to be about, what, 17 minutes?
In that neighborhood, I would think 17, 18 minutes.
Left
elevated suplex here. Oh, man! Dropped him down. Pin. Legs hook, 2 and no!
Did he get it? No!
Powered out. Daniels used his leg strength that time, dug down deep, and powered out at 2.
I'll tell you something there. 13 minutes these guys have already gone. And I don't think these two have ever been in a match, well, ever been in more than a couple matches that have gone over 13 minutes without one of them winning with a pin. And neither one of them has gotten a pin on the other one.
Forearm shot by Daniels, but Styles
Oh, man, what a shot by AJ.
answers with a backdrop suplex. AJ still trying to regroup here, though. Doesn't even go for a pin attempt. He's been worn down from all of the offensive attack directed towards the ribs by the Fallen Angel.
Think about this. AJ's in pain every time he breathes. Christopher Daniels has that elbow. Every time he uses it, he has to feel the twinge in that.
It's all about proving that you are the Iron Man.
Good point.
Because you can survive and thrive in a 30-minute time limit match.
Oh, what a shot right there by Daniels, and he gives him another one.
AJ, precarious position up on top. Can he follow up those forearms by trying to superplex him back in?
Think about that. You're also trying to get your balance up there. You've already been going for 14 minutes or whatnot, and it's hard to keep your balance. That's why we've seen them slip. But AJ's got his balance there. Oh! And did Daniels get the knees up? Yes, he did.
And where did he connect?
Right into the rib.
AJ goes top rope 450. But Daniels was prepared, and
There it is!
Angel's wing! Could this be it? Rolls him over, Styles
One,
straight through.
2, he's got one!
He did it, he got the first fall. Now think, Don, think how this mentally affects Styles as we see the scoreboard at the bottom of the screen illustrating that Daniels takes a 1-0 lead. Let's take another look at the first fall, Don.
Look at that, and there he gets the knees up just in time, and that allowed him to hit the Angel's wings right here, and oh, was that vicious? As he spins him over right now, and oh man, Daniels almost got a second pin right there.
Yeah, now as we come back live,
We need to see the clock right here to see where we're at.
think of the strategy involved in this match, Don.
There
As
it
we
is.
see the clock winding down to the halfway point as we approach 15 minutes left.
Think about this, we've only gone halfway through this match.
Did the strategies of the wrestlers change here, Don? Because I think so. Mentally, I think Daniels, his confidence level rises. AJ, at the same time, you can't go into desperation mode yet, but you have to realize that you're down 1-0.
Well, think about this too, Mike. If Christopher Daniels finds a way to go up 2-0, then it's going to start playing into the mind of AJ Styles, because he can't just worry about getting 1 to tie. He's got to get 2 to tie and 3 to win. And I don't know that anybody can do that right now with the way these guys are going.
A 2-fall lead under these
Almost
circumstances,
insurmountable.
it might be insurmountable with the clock winding down as we approach the 14-minute mark.
I'm going to tell you, it wouldn't surprise me right now to see Christopher Daniels take advantage every chance he
Look
can
back.
to get to burn off some clock. Oh, the ribs have just got to be wore out by AJ.
Unique move by Daniels. He points, obviously, to where his wristwatch would be, knowing that the time is winding down. Pin attempt and another near fall, another 2 count for the challenger.
AJ Styles fights it off, and I'll tell you something, as we've gone through 14 minutes of this match,
How about 16?
I'm sorry, 16 minutes of this match, 14 to go.
And now shot off into the
No!
Daniels,
Nice
able to
move
land
by
on his
Daniels.
feet,
Oh, but AJ gets a hold of him.
elevated him with a back body drop.
AJ has got to get a pin. He's got to tie things up here. If he does, it will completely change his strategy. But look at this, he can't even breathe. Oh, look at the counter right there. I'm telling you, Daniels pulling on the neck, pulling on the ribs. I mean, look at
That's it.
extending him back.
It's a basic move, the abdominal stretch, but you add into the fact that he's cranking on the neck of Styles, and at the same time, think of the pain that's been inflicted on the ribs of the champion to this point, and it makes a move like the abdominal stretch doubly or triply effective.
And think about this, if he can get AJ Styles to submit right here, he takes a 2-0 lead.
And that
look at this.
That would be an uphill mountain for the champ to climb. Repeated shots out of the abdominal stretch into the exposed ribs of Styles.
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to give it to Daniels yet, because we know what AJ Styles can do. We've seen it so many times. But let me tell you something, the time is ticking away. You don't get a chance to call a timeout here.
hip toss takeover by Styles.
Oh, it's amazing that he can even find the strength to do that,
You
Mike.
can see it hurt him, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Just using that effort.
Oh, nice one right there by Daniels. Everything these guys are doing right now hurts.
Dropped him. Rips
One,
across the
two.
ropes and
Did he get it? No.
Nope, just two.
Oh, you can see Daniels knows what that would have meant. 18 minutes, he's gone through this. He's got a 1-0 lead. 12 minutes to go.
The strategy employed by the challenger, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, it's been picture perfect to this point. And you saw Daniels look up at the big screen here on one of the sides of the impact zone and realizes that we are under 12 minutes in this 30-minute Iron Man match. Most falls wins. Daniels up 1-0 and again elevates him, drops him down, knee right into the ribs and the pin, and no.
I'll tell you what, it's just relentless. He's going for those ribs every single time. He's not only just trying to beat AJ Styles, he's trying to put him out of TNA. He's trying to keep him from being back in that ring for months, because I'm going to tell you something. If the damage is as extensive as it looks on AJ's face, there's no telling what's happening out there.
Styles lands on his
Oh, you got to be kidding.
handspring, back elbow connects.
Then again, AJ Styles does the unthinkable. We've never seen, when was the last time we saw him do that?
Boy, what a move that was. I don't know, but we're going to get another look
Look
at it.
at this. Oh, man.
Right on target, too.
And no way Daniels could see it coming.
Daniels, however, first man up to his feet.
Oh.
AJ fighting it off.
Ooh, nice kick, because he's going to have to just get some fire.
That one rocked him. The
did.
first two shocked him to the legs, but then that one to the side of the head.
No, right on the
Oh, my
knee.
God.
This is his chance. You got to turn around and pin him if you want to tie
And
it
here
up.
he goes.
One,
Count two.
No, he fights it off.
Wow. The challenger came to against all odds, more prepared, Don, than I think we've ever seen anyone in an X Division Challenger's Roll springboard.
Oh, man, and he came off the ropes right there.
Way
No
across
wonder
the
he
ring.
can keep his balance.
Flying forearm leads to
One, two. No, Daniels just able to get the shoulder up.
What does the clock say? We're approaching the final 1/3 of this match. JB's going to announce it as we go under 10 minutes in the Iron Man X Division title bout.
Oh, man, the crowd now sensing that something is about to happen right here. Christopher Daniels, somebody that everybody's talked about how good he is, how talented he is, but there's only been one thing in his way, and that's the phenomenal AJ Styles.
We saw this move earlier by Styles. Now Daniels
One,
and gets
two.
two, and
No, Daniels not able to get the pin
would
right
that
there.
have been big?
Oh, I mean,
Could you imagine
anything now.
inside 10 minutes to go up 2-0? Daniels in the lead. One fall to none.
What is going through their minds right now?
I'm thinking that AJ at this point has got to be almost on the verge of pulling out all the stops.
Oh, well, that was unreal. That's it. Two. He's going to go. AJ able to kick out. Did you see him get that shoulder up? No way.
That great move by Daniels, that Blue Thunder driver as he drove him down into the power bomb. But no, AJ able to avoid the pin and kick out at 2 as we're under 9 minutes. Suplex attempt by Daniels, blocked by Styles. He won't let him take him over. As much as Daniels tries to power him over, AJ instead answers, but Daniels lands on his feet miraculously.
And gives him a nice back shot. No! He hit him with the Pele! Out of nowhere, the Pele! How does he even got the strength to do it?
Daniels is knocked out, but AJ at the same time, he connected with the desperation
We gotta see
move,
that!
But he's not able to regroup and go for the pin. And, oh, that may be a big,
Look
big
at
part of
this!
this match.
Watch this, there's just no way! Is that a thing of beauty or what?
You can watch,
Wow.
you can watch tapes, you can plan, you can strategize all you want, but when AJ pulls out a move like that out of nowhere, it's almost impossible to defend it. Mid-ring forearm shot by Styles, and then another one.
You just never see it coming.
We're under 8
Look
minutes.
at this! Look at, he's got desperation here! He's gotta get a pin!
Rapid fire forearm shots by Styles has Daniels down to a knee. AJ off the ropes. Gonna take him out.
Oh!
Dropped him down out of the fireman's carry.
A lot of people, I think, thought this thing might be like 6-5 or 5-4. Can you imagine there's only been one pin in this match?
Is he gonna go for the BME?
Oh, he's going for the best moonsault ever. And he land on his feet. You gotta be kidding. Oh,
German
what force.
suplex by Styles. Maintains his grip. Takes him up. Daniels lands on his feet again.
I'll tell you
Shot
what.
to the back and...
If you're not impressed with both of these great athletes, then you don't have a soul. Oh, nice kick right there by AJ. Oh, and he hits it with the Angel's Wing.
He just used his own move. Can he beat him with his own move?
2. No, he get it up.
No, was it 2?
2, he didn't get it. Come on. That was 3 and the crowd watched 3.
How much closer can you get? He was on the verge of beating Daniels with his own Angel's Wings finisher.
Oh, man. Well, that's what you got to do, though. You scout the other guy. You know everything about him.
And if that wasn't 3, it was 2 and 9/10.
I don't know on that.
Crowd at the impact zone.
I give Andrew Thomas
On their
credit.
feet. Many people here standing out of, I think, appreciation for these 2 incredible athletes who are putting it all on the line.
He's gonna try to get a Styles clash. Oh! No way, Daniel's not gonna let him do it.
Maybe Styles really there shouldn't have postured and played to the crowd with the Styles clash because that enabled Daniels to just drive him right into the corner turnbuckles.
Oh, AJ's hurting. He's got no wind.
And Don, we're approaching 6 minutes.
Look at AJ!
Roll up. This
Here he
could be
was!
tired.
2! AJ just tied it up!
He just did it! One fall apiece as we go under 6 minutes. Wow!
Unbelievable! Now that changes everything!
Whole complexion of the match changes at this point.
Look at Daniels, he's saying, come on, I got it up!
Oh, did you
man!
hear that?
Oh, he just knocked him right through the ropes.
The impact of that shot to the back by Daniels. It sent Styles flying and he went all the way out to the floor.
As we see 5 minutes left in the match. A little over 5 minutes.
Daniels now drops down as well, headed over to the broadcast table. Wait a minute.
What's he doing? He's right here.
He's got the
He's got the
X-Division
belt.
title belt.
There's
That's
5
AJ's
minutes
belt.
left.
He said that's my belt.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my God! He went
gets-
head first right into the steel.
Oh, he just creamed him into there. And you can see the 10-second count. He gets back into the ring.
Oh, look at, I don't know if we can get a close-up of this, but I think AJ's been busted. He's been busted wide open. Look
Oh,
at his forehead.
there it is.
He threw him head first right into the steel. Unprotected steel.
He sure did. He caught him, and he caught right onto the corner of that pole.
And he split him wide open.
Oh, folks, this is just taking another twist. AJ Styles is dizzy. He's reeling. Daniels has got to get him back in that ring.
And we're approaching the 4.5-minute mark of this
Oh, look at
Iron
that.
Man rules match as the blood flows down the face of the X Division champ.
Take the little children out of the room, folks. This has just gotten bloody.
Daniels realizes that you can't beat him out on the floor. You got to get him back into the ring and get the pin.
Oh, he knows it. He knows how close it is. AJ Styles just had his bell rung. He's completely discombobulated. I mean, he doesn't even know where he is.
And we go under 4 minutes. Pin attempt.
One,
Here's two.
Oh, somehow he gets a
How did he do
shoulder
it?
up. No, I don't know.
Did you see?
Oh, look at this. Just smacking him right there where he busted him open.
Shot after shot to the top of the head. The challenger, Christopher Daniels, in a 1-1 situation, tied with AJ Styles. The X Division title goes to the winner of this Iron Man match. Whoever gets the most falls in the 30 minutes. The headbutt, again, right into the open wound.
3 minutes and 24 seconds,
God.
and he just headbutts him one after another. Oh, he knows he's got him where he wants him, but he better be careful of the clock.
The repeated offensive attack to the ribs, it winded Styles early, but now the loss of blood is something we have to take into consideration as well.
Oh, I've respected everything that Christopher Daniels has done in this match. I really have. These guys have been warriors, but I just think that's a little cheap right
Under
now.
3 minutes, Don.
Look at that. Licking his. Look,
Yeah,
see that?
He used a closed fist. He drove it right into the open wound, and then he licked the blood off of his knuckles.
Well, there's no way referee Angie Thomas is going to disqualify him after 27 and a half minutes. There's just no way.
Let them decide it. Let the two wrestlers decide it. Let's not have a referee call for a disqualification. AJ in trouble, barely able to stand.
Oh, look at, you see that? He just was, he was.
STO leads to,
Did he get it?
No, only 2.
How did AJ kick out of that?
I'm not sure.
He looked like a deer caught in the headlights when Daniels hit him. That was instinct. That was just gut reaction.
AJ has to use the ring ropes even to get up to his feet at this point.
Oh, man, vicious
headbutt. That was the word I was using at the same time. As we go under 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes remain.
He's just trying to knock the life out of him so he can get a quick pin. Oh, Christopher Daniels in total control. There it is.
Pin.
1, 2.
No!
Oh, man. How?
Every time that he headbutts AJ, the blood just flies all over the ring.
I mean, AJ's got to hang on any way that he can. And look at that, he's just bleeding like a stuck pig.
And Daniels, as we go under 1.5 minutes.
Think about this. What if the referee
Is he going to go
stops
for
this?
Angel's wings here?
Oh, he's got to. Wait a minute. What's he trying? Oh, yes, he is.
Angel's wings attempt.
Oh, look at AJ.
AJ's out. He can't even bring him up to his feet.
AJ's fighting for everything he's got right here. He knows that he's got to hold on. AJ knows he's not going to get a pin here.
We're under 1 minute.
He's got, oh, wait a minute. Look at this. As he starts fighting back.
Forearms leads to punches. Right hands to the head. AJ off the ropes.
Oh, what a shot by, here it is.
Oh no! He's got him hooked in the clutch! The Koji clutch! The many years that Daniels has spent in Japan! A move that was originated by the Japanese wrestler
Choking him!
Koji Kanemoto!
And the blood's spurting out even more!
It's a variation of the sleeper!
Oh,
it's a sleeper type move, Don! It takes away your win, but you can see the blood squirting out! We're under 15 seconds!
Can he hold on?
AJ!
12 seconds! 10!
Fight
9!
AJ!
8! Look at this! 5! 4! 3! 2!
Is AJ out?
1!
What do we got here?
What's going on?
Well, it's one fall apiece, Don. You see referee Thomas says no.
Well, Daniels is claiming that it's got to be submission right there.
AJ didn't tap. That's what referee Thomas is saying.
Well, but if you're going to make a decision, what other decision can you make?
Well, what are we going to do here? What do we have? I guess we have a draw. It's a
wait a
title
minute.
draw. That's it.
No!
One fall apiece. And in a draw, the title goes back to the champion,
Dusty
AJ.
Rhodes, I want sudden death. I had AJ Styles beat.
He's calling out the
There
director
needs
of
to be a
authority.
winner, Dusty. Don't protect AJ anymore. You want to see sudden death?
Oh!
Well, you got it. Sudden death it is.
I think
right
that's
now.
unanimous. Turn him loose, Dream.
I'll tell you what, we might see death, period. AJ Styles is dead on his feet. But you gotta respect Dusty Rhodes.
Guys in the truck, there's no need to put up a clock. It's sudden death. Next fall wins it. Next fall,
AJ
whoever scores it walks out of the impact zone and walks out of against all odds as the X Division champ.
Think about it, AJ had to figure it was over. He had to figure a draw stayed to the champion. He had to figure he did everything he could because Daniels didn't take the title from him. And now he's out there
Pin.
defenseless.
Pin 2.
It's over. No,
it
he's
isn't.
come out, kicks out. Unbelievable.
Don't ever count out the phenomenal AJ Styles, no matter how much he's been weakened by the attack to the ribs, by the high impact moves, and by the loss of blood. AJ's still fighting through.
Oh, I'll tell you what, this is all Daniels, though. AJ is just dead on his feet. I know I just said that a minute ago, but I don't know any other way to describe it. He can't even keep his balance on the ropes. He's lost blood. His ribs have got to be absolutely like mush. And look at Daniels.
High risk position. And
oh, AJ, what a counter.
He went for the Hurricane Rana from the top of Super Hurricane.
And then he hits it.
AJ instead. Quick roll up.
Is he going for the clash?
If he's got enough strength, if he's got enough power, dig down deep.
Here he goes. Where he hits it.
Styles
No way.
roll over and pin him.
1, 2, AJ's got it.
How about that?
Superhuman effort. That was a superhuman effort. There is no way. I think Daniels got a little greedy. He got a little greedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we said it at Victory Road. We said it at Turning Point. We said it in Final Resolution that TNA raises the bar for these Sunday 3-hour mega pay-per-view events. And damn it, we did it again.
The most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Wow, what a great matchup. AJ Styles, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, two of the best of the X Division, certainly proving their point there that they are the X Division, no doubt about it. Now, when the situation arises where that match, that situation, those two had things yet to be settled, TNA Wrestling brings in the big guns. The Ultimate X match returns at Destination X. This time, throw Ron the Truth Killings, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, in there. And throw Primetime, the man who walked the steel cage at Turning Point in that memorable moment. Well, this is an opportunity for those four individuals to go into the Ultimate X match and see who comes out victorious. Let's take it back to Destination X. It's the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Ron the Truth Killings, and Primetime, the Ultimate X match.
And it is time for the X Division Championship match. It's time for the Ultimate X Challenge. And let's go to the X Factors, and let's use those X Factors to break down this unique format. We are going to start things off with a 4-man tag match. We'll kick it off with Styles and Skipper against Daniels and the Truth. Loser of the fall is eliminated. From there, get ready for a 3-way, no limits X Division match. And once again, lose the fall, and you're out of the challenge. Once we're down to the final two, it's time for the danger. It's time for the thrills of the high wire. The title belt hangs above the ring. It'll be high risk. Tonight it'll be high reward for the man who becomes X Division champion.
Just say it. Say my name. Prime time, baby.
There you see it. X Division championship belt hanging high above the six-sided ring. And here comes the first competitor. Last month and against all odds, he defeated the former X Division champion, Petey Williams, and that had to open the eyes of Dusty Rhodes. Gain a win over the man who held the title for a record 5 months. Then you remain unbeaten in singles competition on Impact, and Primetime is in the Ultimate X Challenge. And here comes a former two-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Ron the Truth Killings. Think about this. When he beat the former X Division title holder and a previous Ultimate X winner, Ian Williams, recently on Impact, it solidified his position to be a part of the Ultimate X Challenge. And the Truth is in as well.
I consider him an X factor in this match because he's obviously the biggest of the group, the two-time heavyweight champion, but he is so athletic, he's so agile, this could play right up his alley.
From the very moment that Dusty Rhodes added Ultimate X to Destination X, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels felt that he should have been involved, but Dusty made him earn his shot, and earn it he did. He beat Chris Sabin this past week on Impact, and when you take into account Chris Sabin's track record in Ultimate X with the multiple victories, I think it was a great qualifier, and Daniels proved that he definitely belongs.
Not many people get a second chance. This guy's got one. Let's see what he can do with it. But Mike, today, if there's ever been a champion in the history of NWA TNA, it's this man, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
And here he is, the reigning X Division champion. No, he doesn't have the title belt around his waist because it's already been positioned above the ring. But yes, he's the champ, the defending title holder, And we are set for 3 levels of X Division action. Tag team, 3-way, and then the Ultimate X itself.
A lot of people may be thinking, well, why aren't Daniels and Skipper teamed together when they start off as tag team? Let's face it, they can't be teamed together. The Director of Authority decreed that. Said, when they lost that steel cage match to AMW, they had to split up. Thus you see Prime Time with AJ Styles, Ron the Truth Killings with Christopher Daniels. And let me tell you something, you've got to work together with your partner. You've got to make sure that one of the two of you aren't pinned. Once that happens, it becomes a 3-way dance. And then when it gets to 2, you go for the belt at the top of the wire. But I'm going to be interested to see how Felix Skipper and Christopher Daniels react to each other in that ring.
Well, you're not kidding. That is going to be something very interesting to see. Don mentioned it. When they lost to America's Most Wanted, the 6 Sides of Steel match, it was about where the losing team had to disband. They could never wrestle as a tag team again. And you mentioned it earlier, Don, that's the reason why we see the pairings that we do in this tag match.
I'll tell you what, Skipper, now these two, you know, I've always thought about how these two interact with each other in the ring, and you can see they're almost mirrored images, and wow! Ron the Truth Killings coming right off the top and catching with the drop kick.
Missile, drop kick off the top, definitely connects. Truth gonna take him up to the shoulder.
I'll tell you what an ass.
Power slam, running power slam by Killings.
Now, I'll tell you what, it would behoove anybody out there to get a quick pin. Anything that you can do to save energy, because let me tell you something. Once it gets down to climbing those ropes and climbing those girders and trying to pull that belt down, I talked to everybody that's ever been in any kind of an Ultimate X match. They say it's unlike anything you've ever gone through. Your muscles burn like they've never burned before. You're having to do things that you don't normally do in a ring. It really is a sight to see.
Now, quickly, Prime Time, Felix Skipper. Great agility.
Oh, look at him, just.
But you knew that.
Oh, and he catches the truth right off the top.
Now, we just seconds ago saw Killings hit the missile drop kick, and now Skipper connects with the exact same move.
I'm going to tell you something. They're doing their posturing out there. We got to see a replay of how high he gets. Look at this. That's the kind of athleticism this guy has. Pound for pound, in his mind, he's the best in the world.
The most innovative match in wrestling, right before our very eyes, even more unique, more innovative than ever.
Oh, look at
adding
this.
these 2 extra levels as we see AJ get in, and he's calling out the fallen angel.
Now, if Ron the Truth Killings is smart, he'll do this. Because you can't get pinned. You can't get pinned if you're not in the ring. And Christopher Daniels knows that. He's looking for the big prize.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, you must survive both the tag team match and the 3-way just to qualify for Ultimate X.
Oh, look at this. Ron the Truth Killings, I think, took offense to the fact that AJ Styles didn't want to deal with him. But oh, AJ shows why he's so good.
Back elbows, block the suplex attempt
Oh,
by Styles.
man, look at that.
Mid-ring collision. Series of forearm shots, repeated blows by the phenomenal.
You're looking at 2 gladiators just meeting in the middle of the ring right there. These 2 of oh, what a drop kick right there by Styles. Unbelievable.
Oh, and of course now Daniels comes in.
Well, I'll tell you what, Daniels has one thing in his mind, and that's embarrassing AJ Styles in an Ultimate X match. Embarrassing him on his turf.
Opportunity now exists for Killings to take control of the situation. Can he put Styles away? AJ able to shoot him off. Oh, what a collision that was. Killings got the better of it.
Well, if anybody didn't think Ron the Truth Killings belongs in a match like this, all you got to do is watch him for a few seconds. And now Ron the Truth Killings puts Daniels in.
Yeah, Daniels momentarily had turned his back on the action in the ring, and that allowed Killings to tag him in. The 2 men who were involved in that so memorable Iron Man match actually went to overtime last month, and it's in. No, Daniels just gets a 2 count.
Just think of what that would have meant to everybody if AJ Styles would have got pinned right there. AJ's got to feel like he's 1-on-3 in a way. I mean, think about it. He's the only one out there that's ever had an X Division title. The other 3 have not.
Boy, is that ever true. Big knee drop, follow cover, leg hook, no. Just a 2 count from referee Andrew Thomas. Forearm shot. Series of them now rocks Daniels. Styles springs off, but from outside, Skipper.
Oh, that was a little teamwork. I was wondering how they would react. I mean, you got to think about the strategy. You need a partner.
He just pointed at Skipper.
I know it, and that's what I'm talking about. AJ was figuring his partner was at his side. Obviously,
Elix Skipper was sending Daniels a message that, hey, I might not be able to partner with you, but I'll help you. And the key is it doesn't matter. Whoever gets eliminated, as long as you keep going to the next tier.
I think what you're saying is, yes, this is a tag team match, but the reality of the situation is that it's every man for himself.
Yeah, you have no
We're seeing
friends.
that unfold right before our very eyes.
You have no friends. Not in this one. You have no teammates. To me, the only thing your partner's good for is tagging into so that you're not in the ring to get pinned. Oh, man. Oh, look at Christopher Daniels. He is just fighting for everything he's got right here. He wants to put AJ out right now.
Check this crossface submission move applied by Daniels, cranking, yanking back on the neck of AJ. Perfect opportunity also to neutralize Styles at this point, to regroup and at the same time add that pain, add that punishment to the crossface submission.
Oh, man, pulling back right there. You can see the pain in Styles' face. Now, this is where AJ Styles has got there. He gets his foot on the rope. Good move. He's got to, right now, tag in Elix Skipper. If he tags him, Skipper's got to go in that ring, and that keeps him out of that ring, and he can regroup a little bit.
Had a chance earlier to talk to phenomenal AJ Styles about this match. He said, you guys are calling it the Ultimate X Challenge. I see it as we see this spring.
Look at how fluid Daniels is. He's got it.
You heard AJ said, I'd rename it the Ultimate X Endurance Test, and the longer this match goes, the more I see what he was talking about.
Yeah, it is. It is survival. It is endurance. Because, I mean, just think about it. You're going to hear the bell twice before the actual match for the belt starts.
Oh, man. Right hands from Daniels. Styles fights back. Punch for punch. AJ counters. AJ matches each right with one of his own, and now look at the forearm shots.
Oh, you can see look at this. Oh, look at the agility, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and that's how you do it. Kick him in the back of the head.
Enziguri drilled him. Right in the back of the head, as you mentioned. Styles, though, he's trying to regroup, trying to clear the cobwebs at the same time.
And keep in mind right now, Ron the Truth Killings and Primetime Elix Skipper are not clamoring to get in the ring. They know that they can't be pinned if they're out there catching their breath. Daniels realizes that, and that's why he puts the truth in there.
Daniels dives to the corner, tags in partner Killings.
Oh, look at this. Oh, a little teamwork of their own.
How about that?
You gotta admire that from Ron the Truth Killings. Basically sacrificing himself just to give AJ Styles, let him know he didn't like what he saw.
Oh, man.
What a right shot that was.
Sends Skipper into the corner. Now the Truth going to try and fire him off with the reversal. Float over by Killings.
Oh, look at him. Man, I love watching him in the ring. That's what I'm talking about right there.
The fluidity of these moves by Ron the Truth Killings, just absolutely amazing.
He
and the
screams
former
X
NWA
Division.
champ, top rope bound, and
Oh, did you see that axe kick from the top of the rope?
Axe
Yes.
kick, top rope, 2. Daniels in for the save.
Now this again, this is really not a smart move on Daniels' part.
Is
it
it?
shows you the respect he has for Skipper.
I think Daniels just wants the advantage later in the match, if you think about it.
That's a good point,
If it
Mike.
goes to a three-way, Don.
Oh, look at that! AJ decided he wanted a shot at it. But I do see your point, and we got to look at that again if we can. Well, I don't know. We got to actually go out of the ring.
It's tough to talk strategy when they're flying around the impact belt.
Oh, what a move right there by Primetime. 1, 2. Did he get it? He did.
Sudden death finishing move by Skipper. Eliminates Ron the Truth Killings. And now we go from tag team action to the three-way. And think about what I said earlier.
Now I see your
point.
point.
Now do you see the point?
Now I see your point.
Take a look at the replay.
Look at, here comes AJ. Beautiful shot right there.
Wow.
And then watch this move by Primetime. This is wicked here, folks. He gets himself
Killings
balanced.
trying to fight him off.
Yes, and then he just caught him right there. And I mean, he's in Never Never Land there,
Powers
man.
him down, connects with the sudden death, and that equals the 3 count.
What
And
a smart strategy by Daniels.
Exactly. Now we're seeing the strategy in the exact situation that the fallen angel Christopher Daniels was hoping for.
He knows. But the thing is, eventually only one can wear the belt. So even if it comes down to Skipper and Daniels, then they're going to have to go after each other.
You think they're going to work together against AJ?
I don't know how this is going to work out. I mean,
Oh, my.
you
one, help from whoever you can get it from, but eventually you can't trust anybody, and these kicks are brutal.
You know, we've talked about it in the past. Elix Skipper, 7 years of martial arts experience before even becoming a professional wrestler.
Oh, look at these guys just caught each other right in the middle.
After the kick exchange, mid-ring collision, both men connect, both down, and keep your eyes on Daniels.
Well, he's watching the two of them just beat each other to death a minute ago, and now Daniels, well, wait a minute, this isn't going to do you any good to get, what's he doing here? He can't get the belt.
No.
He can't get the belt.
To the top, he's hanging from the cables, and now what?
Oh my goodness, I see what he's got in mind here.
You do?
No, I said, let's see what he's got in mind. He can't get the belt.
Position
Oh,
on those steel cables.
Hey.
Hi-
Oh, that's what he did.
Oh my God!
He just set it up right there.
You know what?
To take him down. What a move by Daniel.
That time, the BME stood for one thing. Biggest moonsault ever. Here it is.
The thing about this planning, he knew that the other two would be looking up going, what is he doing? He can't get the belt. When he caught him gazing up there, he took him out. Only in TNA and only in the X Division.
All new version of the BME. It's usually the best. That time it was the biggest. Here's the pin. 2.
Oh! Wow! You think you've seen it all?
Just when you think it all, you've seen it all, Don, you watch a TNA pay-per-view and you realize that we barely scratched the surface.
I mean, you and I were both thinking, what on earth is he doing? Oh, here we go. Wait a minute now.
This momentary teamwork looks like maybe a little friction, communication problems.
Well, the belt's at stake, and he realizes that, face it, he caught
Right.
Skipper when he came down off of there. Trying to talk him into it. We're looking at former partners. These guys were as good a tag team as there's ever been in TNA. I mean, AMW would argue that, but they really were great.
Look at Daniels manipulate
Oh,
here.
he is.
Look at him talking, He's trying to be a politician here.
Oh, no!
I knew it.
Oh, no! He set him
I
up!
just felt that.
Yes, that's thinking.
Oh, and he's so proud of himself. Yeah, chalk one up for the fallen angel. Shot.
Oh, this is just unbelievable planning on the part of Christopher Daniels. I mean, he has done everything he can to eliminate the first person, using the teammate, using the loyalty. And now he just turned on Elix Skipper, sends AJ back out.
AJ crashes down with a thud. We have seen
Well, he's better off down there.
the master plan of the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, come to fruition right in front of our eyes. If he takes Skipper out, let's see, or AJ.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Skipper's not going down without a fight. And now he's got the advantage. Look at the power of Elix Skipper. Oh, this would be justice right here.
Planted him with the belly to belly, and then goes right to the mountain, raining down those rights, measures him, drives the boot to the side and to the top of the head.
I was thinking to myself,
Oh!
we're looking at two friends. They're not friends now.
Spinning leg lariat. That baby was on target. Primetime can feel it.
Oh, prime time. Christopher Daniels played his cards and he played them wrong.
Full Nelson. AJ.
Oh, AJ goes right over the top. Daniels able to get down and AJ hits prime time.
Daniel stayed one step ahead. Backbreaker across the knee. Takes him up and then, how about that? Reversed him in mid-move and then drove him stomach first. Caught him with the gut buster after the backbreaker.
AJ Styles, I mean, this guy has got a repertoire. I mean, you ought to write a book. 2005 ways to beat a man. I'm telling you, he's unbelievable.
AJ in the corner. Rocks Daniels. Oh, another forearm. You can just see the look on AJ's face with every blow. How much enjoyment that he's getting.
Again, right now, think about what's going through the mind of primetime Elix Skipper. Is he going to help anybody, or is he just going to try to pin somebody? And I mean, right now, I think you've got to just forget about any kind of loyalty. You just take the first pin you can make, and look at these guys. Great camera shot, folks.
Great overhead shot as we see Skipper and Daniels.
Oh, look at the headbutts right there.
AJ trying to fight him off.
Oh, he goes down. Oh, wait a minute. Now you see Skipper going to the top of the rope.
Skipper, he must have something in mind. Meanwhile, AJ, corner mount with Daniels. What are you gonna do, prime time?
Oh no! He's got AJ! Oh! Wow!
Inverted Hurricane Rana / Frankensteiner coming off the cables.
I'll tell you what though, AJ Styles made a great move right there. He saw his head landing first. He was able to torque his body in midair so that he landed on his chest. It was a smart move. You might not realize it, but he... Oh, look at that! Skipper's got him!
Caught him in mid-move, powerbombed him down to the mat, but the impact of the move, you see Skipper roll away at the same time, and he's not able to cover Daniels and pin him and put him away. Again, the two survivors, and that's the only way we can really call it at this point. The two men who survived this three-way triple threat will then go on to the Ultimate X match, and we will find out who leaves Destination X as the X Division champ. Skipper looks pretty good at this point.
I'll tell you what, just when it looked like he was down and out, just when it looked like the fallen angel had just done the ultimate turn on his buddy, Skipper was able to fight it out, and he knows there's no loyalty now. But wait a minute, AJ Styles is up on the top of the rope. What's he got planned?
AJ from the steel
Can
cables,
you top this?
high above the ring, look out! AJ coming down!
Oh, man, he just kind of throws them off. Just barely catches him. Was it enough?
What a collision that was! Crashing down to the mat. Styles, Daniels, Skipper, who's going to be the first to get to their feet?
Oh, these guys are unbelievable athletes, but they are just, and like I said, when you start doing things like they're doing, you're spending twice as much energy as you normally would in any kind of a match. What did you do right here?
AJ looks to be the first up. Daniels using the ring ropes to try and get himself back up as well.
I mean, we're still in only round two. I mean, we haven't even got to the part where you can actually take the belt off of the top of the rope. That's the amazing part. Everybody, I think, forgets that. We're only in the second tier of this match.
Boot to the midsection.
Here it
Double
goes.
Over, take him up.
Oh, look at the, oh, great move by AJ.
Can he cover him?
Here it
Can he
is.
pin him? 2.
No.
Not yet. Just that close to eliminating Daniels and bringing it down to Styles and Skipper to settle it for the title.
I'll tell you what, here he goes, going for a little Styles clash. Oh! Skipper catches AJ right there. AJ fighting back with an elbow. I mean, it's survival at this point. Oh, AJ pulling on the arm.
Moonsault back, went for the inverted DDT, blocked by Skipper, picks him up, gonna go for the sudden death
Oh,
again.
this could do it. He got it.
Sudden death, this could do it. Can he pin him? No, trying to go for the cover. He's gonna roll him
He
over.
just can't. Wait a minute. Look at this. He just rolled him up. Oh, did he get it?
He got it.
Unbelievable.
Right place, right time. Again, perfect strategy for Daniels.
Think about this. Now he's got AJ Styles. After AJ Styles is completely worn out, Daniels able to catch Skipper off guard. It was his best move. And now it's AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Ultimate X matchup. The tag match is out, the three-way's out. We're down to Daniels, we're down to Styles. That's the title belt that hangs above the ring. The individual that takes it down will be X Division champion.
And here he goes. Gonna try to put it into it really quick. Daniels can smell victory. A title he's never had.
Oh, and Styles pulled him right down. Oh, man, clothesline. Just powered him right down to the mat.
Daniels not going to waste any time. He's going to go right back up there, and it's a smart move. He knows that AJ Styles is wore out. He knows that even Skipper took so much out of him there at the end. This is his perfect opportunity. AJ's just going to have to figure out some way to get the momentum back in his favor.
Duck at the clothesline. Rips off the chops, and then more of those forearm shots. Gonna take him up, and
oh, what a backbreaker that was.
Directly across the knee. Side backbreaker by Styles. Again, take down the title belt and become X Division champion.
I'll tell you what, AJ's still wobbly though. Still wobbly from a sudden death by even Skipper. Think about it. And then the vicious headbutts right there by Christopher Daniels. But here he goes! He hits the Pele!
out of nowhere. He always knows when to use it. How does he do that? We've got to see the Pele again.
Perfect timing by the phenomenal AJ Styles to connect with that Pele kick. We're going to take another look, they tell me. Here it is.
Look at this.
Check this out.
He's phenomenal. I think that's the word I'm going to use to describe it from here on out.
Good call.
Phenomenal.
We're going to try and get back live to this matchup, or we're going to take another look.
There's another shot of it. It was just unbelievable, wasn't it?
And now we're back live. Daniels to the corner. Styles recognizes that Daniels is maybe just slightly ahead of him. AJ up, they're just about even. No, Daniels, hand over
They're
hand.
both up there now. They're both going
AJ
for it.
making up ground.
You can see them. They're just fighting each other. Oh! Daniels falls down. AJ, does he have enough?
Caught him with the
Oh my gosh!
It was the only thing he could do. He had to dive at him.
Unbelievable.
And he dove in a desperation move and pulled Styles down from the steel cables high above the ring.
Man, that was all or nothing right there. All or nothing.
AJ was just this close to being champion.
Oh man, this is just, we knew it was going to be this way.
Will AJ Styles keep the X Division title? Or will the fallen angel finally realize his dream to become X Division champ for a first time? What a great way to settle it. Now Styles cut off by Daniels. AJ fighting him off, but so is Daniels.
I mean, they've just tried everything. AJ now.
He's got the advantage.
He's shimming. Whoa, he's coming back.
Oh, God.
He's got a smart strategy. If he can knock Christopher Daniels down right here, he's got a chance. Oh, man. Did you see that?
I saw it.
It cost them both. It cost them both. Wow.
He used the STO, a move that he will normally use by driving his opponent down to the mat, but not from this height. Take another look.
Look at this. Oh, man, the back of the head just slammed down. The first thing the referee did was check AJ Styles.
Think of the impact. Think of the concussion to the back of the head from that kind of a drop, from that kind of a fall. Oh, yeah, the impact zone. He's rocking for the Ultimate X Challenge. Styles and Daniels both trying to regroup. Daniels again uses the ring ropes.
I'll tell you what, these guys are warriors. And oh, you can see right there how dizzy he is. He goes up the wrong side, but you can't blame him. You're just looking for any kind of an edge.
What did we say earlier? This is the Ultimate X endurance test is what this is.
It sure is.
And that just proved it.
And you can see right there, Daniels trying to reach up and grab. AJ fighting him. They're both going up. I mean, no quit in either of these two.
Almost as if they're both just operating on fumes at this point.
You're looking at two of the best wrestlers in the world right here. There's no other way to describe them.
Daniels headbutt. I thought he was going to drive Styles down.
Oh, right into it. Oh! AJ holding on for dear life.
Those heavy steel supports.
Oh, wait a minute. You can see Daniels knows he's got it. And look at, oh, AJ right
behind him.
Can he bring it down? AJ, kick after kick. Oh, he does bring it down.
Caught him with the kick. Variation of the
look at him
enziguri.
pulling down on the leg.
Daniels hanging on for dear life.
Oh, man.
Hanging on for dear life, and yeah, it paid off.
Wow. Unbelievable. You saw the survival instincts. Once Daniels fell, once his hands fell from those ropes, he had to go straight to it, and he pulled on the leg of AJ.
Listen to the crowd at the impact zone.
This is awesome.
That's the chant. Everyone's on their feet.
Well, it is awesome. And now look at these two.
Daniels has the
there they
edge.
go.
Daniels has the edge. Who's going to get the title
AJ
belt?
though fighting his way. He knows what it takes to win. They're both wrapping up. Daniels has got an arm in it.
Trying to tear down the belt. Crash down. And the title belt is still hanging.
Unbelievable.
God, you would think with all of the weight, with all of the pressure, trying to pull down on the title belt, that the championship would come down, but no.
I'll tell you what, it is secured. You're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to want it.
This has really turned into a match of attrition at this point. Who's going to be able to suck it up?
Everybody standing. There goes AJ. And now you see Daniels There's just no quit. They know they don't have much left. And now AJ's got his arm in it. Daniels got his arm in it. And it just won't come down.
And again, the title belt still hangs from above the ring, still stuck to the steel cables.
Unbelievable. They just can't get the grip on it. They've got to get the other one away to where they can literally try to peel it apart.
It's almost as if this match is so even, Don, that both men are making it to the middle at the same time, and they're both trying to tug on the belt, but at the same time, it's almost like they cancel each other out.
Oh, absolutely, and you can see right there, that belt hanging in the balance. AJ.
Referee Andrew Thomas has been knocked down, by the way. Check this out, Thomas is down. AJ's there. AJ can take it down.
Oh, wait a minute. He's got it.
He's got it unleashed.
Oh, wait a minute, though. The referee doesn't see it. Oh, look at this. He's got it. He puts him into the Angel's wings. And look at this. Daniel down the belt.
No way. No way.
Oh, wait a minute.
No
this is
chance.
robbery.
No.
This isn't right.
No.
This isn't right.
Referee Thomas revived.
Wait a minute.
He sees the title belt in front of him.
And he's giving it to Daniel. This is robbery.
This is wrong. AJ Styles should still be X Division champion. But no. Christopher Daniels has been awarded the belt.
I'll tell you what, though, you've got to give the fallen angel credit. He realized the referee was down, and he got right there and stole it. He stole it.
You're right. He stole the title. Christopher Daniels becomes X Division champion. Wow. Get ready for the X Division at Lockdown in a matchup that has been appropriately entitled Escape. We see the first of the four competitors, Matt Bentley, accompanied to the ring by Trinity of all people, DW.
Well, we know there's been problems with Trinity and Tracy, and here you see Trinity aligning herself with Matt Bentley. And he may need all the help he can get because this is a very unique match. Inside the steel cage, it'll be pinfall and submission, and when it gets to the final two, it is the first one that can actually escape from the steel cage will be the winner.
Boy, you're right. Totally different from any of the other matches to be contested inside the six sides of steel here at Lockdown. Competition for Matt Bentley is the original player from the Himalaya, Bombay, India's own Sanjay Dutt, and it's going to be interesting to see Sanjay Dutt battling inside the steel cage, and will we see the high-risk moves of Sanjay Dutt possibly be restricted by being inside the six sides of steel?
I was thinking that exact same thing, Professor. This could be something that could actually ground a high flyer like a Sanjay Dutt. As we see member number 3, this man here, a former X Division champion, Chris Sabin, a guy who has so much ability just oozing out of his body. He's incredible, and this is a matchup that I like. Chris Sabin in this match.
You talked about the possibility that the six sides of steel, the unforgiving steel cage, will restrict the high flyers. I wonder if that's going to be the case, or will these extremely talented athletes from the No Limits X Division be able to pull off a really miraculous performance and use the steel cage to benefit them? Here is the fourth and final man. Here comes Mexico's Shocker.
This is a type of matchup where you're going to see guys hitting that steel, which, because it is six-sided, it forms more of a tension. We've talked about it earlier here in the night, that when you hit it, it's like a wall. And when you consider the holes there of the steel cage, it's like a cheese grater. It can grate your skin. It's so dangerous inside there. And these guys, you can see the looks on their
Look
faces.
how serious everybody is.
That's exactly right. They are so intense on what they're getting ready to experience. They've got to watch themselves at all times.
One of the great additions to the TNA roster is the luchador from Mexico City, Shocker. He is the fourth and final man, and referee Mark Slick Johnson says, ring the bell, let's turn him loose at Lockdown.
Well, when you talk about the international flavor that the X Division has done with people. It's one of those particular situations where everybody across the world wants to be known as the best in the X division because it's so unique. It is the great athletes. It's the high flyers. It's the people that make you stand on the top of your seats and scream the loudest because they're just so good at what they do.
It's Sabin and Dutt to start it off. Similar to a tag team matchup in the early going. Remember, once we get to the final two men, at that point, and at only that point, the object of the match to win it is to escape the six sides of steel, and that's why we're calling this the X Division escape match at Lockdown. Sanjay sent off. Sabin shoots him off into the ropes. Sanjay answers with the shoulder block. Nice move on the roll through by Dutt. Sabin prepared, ready for him, able to move out of the way of the attack. And again, Sabin. Just so coordinated are both of these great athletes.
I'll tell you what, you're going to see a lot of different situations take place in this ring.
Whoa!
What you see right there, they're just matching each other, almost mirrored images right there, as they've studied each other so much. And you can see that the crowd appreciates the fact that they are so well prepared for this match.
And if you think about it, maybe the X factor in this match is the appearance of Shocker. When you look at the other wrestlers, very familiar with each other. They've had many matches in the past. Shocker is the exception to that rule.
This is going to be a situation where if you're not in the ring, you can't get pinned. That way you can hold off. This is going to be one where guys are not going to want to be tagged a lot of times. You're going to see people when they're in trouble tagging out just to escape that. It's a very unique match when it's survival like this.
Yeah, if you're really thinking about the only time... Oh, man! Sabin snaps off the Hurricane Rana on Dutt. About the only time that you really want to tag in, as we see Shocker come into the ring, is when you feel like you have an advantage, as we see two fresh men squaring off with Shocker and Matt Bentley.
Think about this, too. When it gets to the final two, you want to know how dangerous the escape part is. When you start climbing that cage, you better make sure you got a clear path. You better make sure that you can get out, because if you get caught at the top and flung down, that's a long drop, and that's when the damage is done.
Boy, you're right. The biggest steel cage, the highest steel cage in professional wrestling. Here at Lockdown in the six sides of steel, Matt Bentley, super agility, lands on his feet. Shocker powers him down, grabbed the side headlock, and drove him down face first.
I'll tell you what, Matt Bentley, you can see him. He just goes right away the ropes. I think he's looking for somebody to tag. He just went to the wrong corner, and Shocker going to take advantage of it and try to get some momentum and try to get rid of one competitor right here. And again, he face plants Matt Bentley right there to the mat.
You're right. Caught him in the corner with the clothesline, powered out of the corner, face jammed him as Trinity looks on from ringside, watching her man Matt Bentley now on the receiving end of this double team from Dutt and Shocker.
Oh, and they do it to perfection right there as Matt Bentley, you can see, it's just got to be wondering what he can do to somehow get a tag into somebody and escape at least this first part of this, as it has been all Sanjay Dutt and Shocker at this point.
Yeah, drop kick in tight by Sanjay Dutt. Just overpowered Bentley, sends him face first into the turnbuckle, and then the tag is into Sabin.
Great move right there. Pick your spots. You want to stay in there so you can keep fluid, so that you can keep limber. But yet you don't want to be out there, because when you can't get pinned if you're sitting there waiting to be tagged.
See, this is the smart time to make tags. Whoa! With the other wrestlers, when you have someone like Bentley who's in trouble. Oh, just a 2 count for Sanjay Dutt after the double team move with Sabin.
I'll tell you what a great way to team up. And you know what? You've got to do that. And you know, Chris Sabin will team up with anybody when it comes to Matt Bentley. That's what I was talking about. You see there's just no resistance. You hit the cage and it's like a wall. I mean, it's just absolutely the most dangerous steel cage that's ever been used.
Bentley elevates Dutt, and you can see where he's already bleeding from the elbow. Sanjay lifted, you're right, Don, into the air, and then just face first, crashing into the steel short arm clothesline by Bentley. Follow cover, far leg hook, just a 2 count.
Matt Bentley right there almost got the pin, and again you can see blood right there on the shoulder of Bentley. There's very little room between the ropes and the cage. Very little room whatsoever, and it's just like hitting a steel wall, and Sanjay Dutt's in trouble, and Matt Bentley right there. Oh, look at this, as Bentley is just applying the pressure right there to the neck, and you can hear Sanjay Dutt scream.
You know, it may be a cliche, Don, but the adjective that really works the best when it comes to the six sides of steel is unforgiving, and we've seen that from the opening bell of this very interesting 4-man matchup.
Right now, Matt Bentley able to somehow get the momentum turned his way, and it's been all Matt Bentley. And earlier on, he was in such trouble, but that's how these things go. When you get an opportunity, you take it, and you take advantage of it. And look at him right now, applying the pressure to Sanjay Dutt's chin and the neck as he's got the knee right placed perfectly in the back.
It's back to the basics for Bentley. He follows up the Snapmare takeover with the reverse chin lock. You'll notice that he's got the grip applied right around the chin of Sanjay Dutt, while referee Johnson checks to make sure that there's not a choke by Bentley.
We can't say it enough. What a great job by the cameramen to be able to have the cutouts there where we can get the action in the ring. Just a super job tonight by everybody involved.
Dutt back up to his feet, gonna try and mount an offensive. Bentley shot off into the turnbuckles. Dutt charges at him. Bentley gets the knee and the boot up right in the chest. Quick roll through
Here he
here.
goes.
Pin attempt, 2 count only.
Great job there by Bentley, though, to see the opportunity where Dutt just basically fell back from exhaustion, and Bentley thought he could get a quick pin to get Dutt eliminated, but Dutt able to hang on.
Pinfall or submission rules to apply. Until we get to the final 2 men, then you're gonna try and escape the cage. Sanjay elevated up top turnbuckle. Great, so nice. Lands on his feet, but Bentley takes him up, but Sanjay answers, took him over using his leg string.
You could see Bentley was fighting it with everything that he had so that he couldn't get a full hook and run on him, but Dutt able to still take him down and plant the face in the mat. And, oh, you can see Chris Sabin just knows he's got Bentley reeling right here.
Sabin and Bentley, the 2 of the 4 men who have worn the X Division Championship in the past. Oh, very smart move there as he took Sabin and just directed him head first. Oh my God! First, it was head first into the cage, and then he just whiplashed him back, and the back of his head and his neck did Sabin crashed right into the steel. Pin attempt by Bentley, barely a 2 count. Wow, what resilience by Sabin.
Oh, able to kick out of that, but we just saw 2 vicious shots to the head. Like you said, front side and back side. And again, it just amazes me when you see people hit that cage. There is no movement in that cage, hardly whatsoever. It's not something where you can get anything. It's just like a wall of steel.
It's similar to the 6-sided ring. It's what the wrestlers tell us, Don, how they're able to spring not just from different angles, but because the ropes and the angles are so tight, they get more impact with the moves. DDT!
Hits it perfectly. And you can see Matt Bentley right there. Is Trinity looking on? She knows he's in trouble.
Boy, is she concerned, and can you blame her? Her man Bentley in trouble after the Sabin DDT. Both men down, however. Trinity cheering on from ringside. Gonna try and get Bentley back up to his feet. You can see that Shocker wants to take advantage of this situation.
Well, it is a perfect situation. You've got 2 guys out there that are so exhausted and hurting so bad. This is a chance for Shocker to come in and get a quick pin and get somebody eliminated here real fast. That's one of those times where you actually want to be tagged in.
Shocker directs his offense at Bentley.
Oh.
Moonsault, spring back off the middle rope.
2, no! Bentley able to fight out of it there, Mike.
Boy,
he's showing some heart.
Quick reversal by Bentley.
Oh, right through the
Shocker
legs.
slides through. Perfectly placed drop kick right on the knee. Magistral
He's got it.
roll up.
He did it! No! No! Bentley able to fight it out. Oh, Shocker can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Great fluid move by Shocker that time, almost leading to the pin attempt. Bentley able to get the boot up.
Oh, look at this as he's using the cage, as he's holding on to it, as he's just, he's got himself, wait a minute. You can see right here, Bentley is in no man's land. And look at this, it's just everybody's torquing on everybody right here. Unbelievable, the pain everybody's gonna be feeling, except for perhaps Chris Sabin.
Boy, you're right, Sabin, with the crab submission attempt on Dutt at the same time. Oh, and then the leg sweep by Dutt as Sabin crashes into Shocker and Bentley.
I'll tell you what, though, that when the leg sweep actually went against Bentley as Sabin's feet just crashed right into his face. Sanjay Dutt right there. Chris Sabin right now feels it. He's got the momentum going.
Oh! Plants Sanjay against the cage. Running powerbomb. Shocker, did he break it up? Yes, with the drop kick.
That's one of those situations where the emotions took over. Shocker should have let Sabin go ahead and get that pin right there, and you would have had Dutt eliminated. But again, you're just caught up in the fever of this match.
Shocker cover on Sabin. No, another 2 count. What a series of near falls, yet none of the 4 men have been eliminated yet.
Right now, the happiest guy in that ring's got to be Matt Bentley, even though he's laying on the ground. He's getting a chance to catch some kind of a breather. Oh, nice kick to the back of the head by Chris Sabin.
He just drilled him with that enziguri, and now Sanjay headed to the top.
Here he goes. Oh, perfectly placed.
Hindu press, 2. Did he get the 3 count? No. I think Bentley broke it up.
Matt Bentley again just reacting on instinct at that point. It's a unique kind of a match. It's a kind of a match that none of these guys have seen before. Again, might have been a mistake right there, but with everything they're going through, you can't blame anybody.
Sanjay off the ropes. It's stopped. It's blocked. Bentley takes.
Oh!
I thought he was going to powerbomb him. Instead, he sent him the opposite way.
Oh, basically he just slingshotted him over his head, right into the cage, and then super
kick was on the button.
Then one by Shocker.
Big front kick that time by Shocker. Twisting elbow.
1,
Cover.
2. Oh, Dut's been eliminated.
By Shocker. Shocker gets the pin, and Sanjay Dutt's out. 3 men remain.
Unbelievable matchup so far as now. This is so important if you can avoid being in that ring. I mean, you're already in the ring because of the cage, but if you can avoid being on that side of the ropes right here, you have a chance to make it to the final 2.
You can see the confidence from Shocker. Takes Bentley over. Stomach first across the knee. Concern on the face of Trinity at ringside. But Sabin,
look how quick he went out there.
Ring.
Oh, man! As you see him pull Shocker over. Unbelievable how fast Sabin got up on the top of those ropes.
Boy, you're right. Just when it looked like Shocker was going to eliminate Bentley, it was Sabin who charged at him, and now Sabin pin on Shocker. 2 count before it's broken up by Bentley.
You can see the exhaustion right now on everybody's face, and that's just because that wall of steel takes so much out of you. Not just physically, but mentally, because you have to realize it's there all the time. It's that elephant in the room you cannot avoid.
Bentley in control. Sabin in trouble in the corner. Unless Sabin can find a way to fight this off or possibly get an assist from Shocker. Bentley's got Sabin at his mercy.
Sabin fighting back with everything he's got as you see the shots with the left hand into the midsection. Anything he can do, and oh, he plants his face. Wait a minute.
What's she doing?
Trinity going up to the top here. Obviously, she's going to do anything she can to help Matt Bentley.
Come on. Look at her climb the cage.
Wait a minute. There's Tracy. What's going on here?
Oh, these 2 have had problems for so long. I think Tracy, you see that? She dropped down on her ankle from way up on top of the cage.
But Trinity's going still to the top right there. If you can, get us a camera up there on Trinity.
Look at this.
She's going to the top.
She's at the top.
My God. You gotta be kidding.
She's on top of the
way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Unbelievable moonsault off the top of the cage, Mike. Wow, that was fantastic. Look at the crowd.
Incredible. Trinity moonsault from the top of the 6 sides of steel. Shocker, Bentley, and Sabin all down.
Okay.
Referee Slick Johnson
Look
checking
at it
on
from this angle.
What a replay.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Oh, that wide shot really gives you the full scope of that incredible moonsault.
And here comes Tracy. She knows she's got a shot at Trinity because she knows a lot's been taken out of her after that moonsault. And what in the world? As Matt Bentley just sent Tracy flying
He
through.
just flung her right out the cage door. Sabin. He got a shock.
He's got it. He's got it. Bentley's pinned.
We're down to the final 2. Bentley's eliminated. It's down to Sabin and Shocker. Well, you can hear ring announcer Jeremy Borash.
Hey, look at Shocker going right for it.
That's the way you win once we get down to the final 2. It's the X Division escape, and you've got to escape the cage.
That's what I was talking about. When you get up high like that, and great camera work, you get up high like that, the falls just hurt that much harder as you see both of them.
Almost like it's a race to go up the side of the cage. Knife edge chops from both men. Who's going to get the better of it?
Oh, look at that. Just plants his face up against the steel cage. And a little reverse action right there by Sabin. Oh, and you can see they both just hit the ropes and hit him at the wrong spot.
Boy, both men down. Going to be difficult now for Shocker or Sabin to mount any kind of an offensive after that kind of a crash landing.
Like I said, it's one of those deals where when you make the move, you better hope that you got a clear shot. And you can see Shocker is so close. Shocker going
I
up
think
into
Shocker's
the
got
top.
the lead here.
Oh, look
He
at
is.
this.
First leg over. Is Shocker up on top of the cage? And now Saban, look at this, has cut the margin. They're equal.
Saban is so fast as we've seen him all day today. Look at this, Shocker's around.
If he just
Saban's around.
First man that touches the floor.
As they're fighting back and forth, you see Shocker crash his head. Saban does the same. Who's going to get to the floor first?
Oh, Saban.
It's Shocker, I believe.
It's a photo finish.
It is.
That's the call from the official. I think it's the right call. In the photo finish, it was Shocker who made contact with the arena floor just a split second before Chris Saban.
Unbelievable finish right there, Mike, as Chris Saban can't believe it. He was so close as they were fighting at the top of the cage, but Shocker able to hit the floor first by a split second.
The superstar from Mexico making quite an impact in TNA. And he does it at lockdown. Let's take another look.
Right there you see Shocker just got off first. Saban just realized it was too late. He tried, but he had no chance. Shocker just by a split second.
Wow. Another great look. And this will prove it to everybody as Shocker drops down. And it was that split second that proved the difference. Shocker victorious.
Right here tonight at No Surrender on pay-per-view, my guest at this time, Jerry Lynn, has fought back up a year of painful rehabilitation and injury to step back into the ring with not one, but two men you've got extensive histories with, AJ Styles and Sean Waltman.
Yeah, you're right. You know, Shane, it has been a very frustrating year. But tonight, I am stepping in that ring, not as a wrestler, but a referee.
Oh, yeah. Come on with all that. Come on, Jerry. You and I have run up and down the roads. We're veterans of this sport. Give me something to go on here. I know you don't close those chapters that easy. With that shirt on, you've got to be giving one man or the other a little bit of an edge. Yeah.
Apparently, you don't know me too well, Shane. It's no secret. I've been friends with both these men. I've tagged with both these men. I've fought both these men. But they weren't just matches. They were hate-filled, bloody battles. And Sean, AJ, no matter what jobs I've ever had in my life, I've taken pride in my work. And tonight, you're going to see exactly what I'm made of. I'm not going to be some pushover. Tonight, I will make sure that the best man wins.
The first time I ever saw the X Division, this man was there.
It was last month at Slammiversary in the King of the Mountain matchup, where this man, Sean Waltman, bottom line, caught the phenomenal AJ Styles the NWA World title.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. I think it was a situation where he helped him and AJ help each other when it mattered, but it was still only one man could walk with that belt. I think that Sean Waltman just taught AJ a lesson.
Remember what Waltman said? He said that AJ Styles was naive. I think at Slammiversary, AJ Styles learned a lot about Sean Waltman and learned a lot about the professional wrestling business.
One thing we know about AJ Styles, one of the quickest learners in the history of this company. He'll take that. He'll use it to his advantage. He won't be caught twice.
Time
I believe it's the man who's going to be trying to make sure this is kept right down the line, Jerry Lynn.
You're 100% right, and what an interesting, what an intriguing backdrop to this matchup. Bottom line, Jerry Lynn, he's been a tag team partner of both of these individuals on many occasions. We talked about as a partner with AJ Styles, the first NWA World Tag Team Champions of the TNA era back in 2002. The history of Jerry Lynn and Sean Waltman, heck, it goes back 15, 16 years. They broke in together in Minnesota. They tagged together originally for Universal Wrestling over in the Orient, over in Japan. They also really put the X Division, before the X Division was cool, in essence on the map, back in a promotion called Global Wrestling that aired on ESPN many years ago. They were fierce rivals at that time. Of course, AJ Styles and Jerry Lynn, they've been fierce rivals as well. And now it's Styles and Waltman, with of all people, Jerry Lynn is the third man.
You know, you look at Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles, but you remember TNA there for the first year. Maybe the greatest feud in the history of TNA. And Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles, the young guy AJ learning from the veteran. He's going to have to reach back on everything that Jerry Lynn taught him to beat Sean Waltman, because here's a man with so much experience. Now, let's say something else about Sean Waltman. He's a guy in the last couple months that has shown a renewed vigor for this sport, a renewed desire to win. He taught AJ some tough lessons at Slammiversary. That's just part of the business. But this guy is showing that he's got the urge to wrestle again. He's got the heart. And think about what it would mean to Sean Waltman to beat AJ Styles in front of this crowd.
The side headlock applied by Sean Waltman. AJ attempted to shoot him off into the ropes, but Waltman maintains the grip. Now the top wrist lock by Styles, going to try and take him over. Oh, how about that? Using the shoulder of Jerry Lynn to flip over, and then the deep arm drag.
I'll tell you, that's the experience right there of Sean Waltman. I mean, it was a situation. Jerry Lynn was standing there. I wonder if Jerry Lynn will make that mistake again. But he was standing there, and Sean Waltman able to use him for the leverage.
Let's talk about that experience edge. AJ Styles, 6 years a pro, and boy, he's accomplished so much in that time. But his opponent, Sean Waltman, now in his 15th year as a professional wrestler.
How do you measure a person's experience in this business? I mean, how much does it mean to you in that ring, Mike? It just seems every time we see it, it always seems to be the deciding factor. The person that's seen it all before.
Quick roll-up attempt here. The pin by AJ Styles, only able to get a 2 count. Quick double leg takedown. Oh, Waltman uses power to bridge out of the pin attempt, and then the monkey flip. Styles lands on his feet, great agility. Wow, nice slam.
Nice slam right there by Styles, and he does it again. Just bringing him up, you can see he's got that revenge on his mind for what happened at the King of the Mountain. Wisely, Sean Waltman didn't like how the situation was unfolding. Gets out of the ring, catches his breath, gonna get his mind right and get back in there. That's what a veteran does.
Exactly. Just what we talked about earlier. The experience advantage that Sean Waltman has as he slows down the offense of the phenomenal AJ Styles.
You know, I gotta tell you something else too. This match is more personal to AJ than it is Sean. Sean knows this business inside and out. AJ has got a grudge from a month ago. That could hurt him against the guy with the experience of Sean Waltman. It was just business to Waltman. AJ's got to make sure he doesn't let the vengeance cloud his mind. He's got to be crisp, sharp, and he's just got to look at Sean Waltman as another competitor he's got to beat.
Both men circle. Waltman says, let's lock it up. Oh, and as they went for the collar and elbow, you see the cheap shot by Waltman. Oh, series of knees, then knife edge chops to the chest of AJ.
Oh, nice elbow right there by AJ. Nice chop right there as he just sends it right back.
Styles puts on the brakes, connects with that knife edge series, and then the backbreaker across the knee.
And it's just, every time I see that, you just think about the jolt of pain that's going to go down your lower back and the breath that you lose. AJ doesn't hesitate for a minute, just keeps up the pressure.
Forearm shot by Styles, going to bring Waltman out towards the center of the ring. Going to try and elevate him for a suplex, and does. High vertical.
I mean, look at AJ Styles. You can tell this guy's a workout fanatic. He keeps himself in the best of shape. Clean living. This guy lives and breathes wrestling. You wonder if that's going to be too much for Sean Waltman, somebody that just absolutely in his peak right now.
Oh, Styles goes airborne, drops down with the knee, right across the head of Waltman. Follow pin attempt, had the far leg hook, referee Jerry Lynn down for the count, but only 2.
I swear it looked like AJ gave Jerry a look.
I saw that.
That might have been a little slow count right there, pal. But I don't believe Jerry Lynn would side with one person over the other. I just don't believe that about him.
Check this out, got the deathlock, out of the deathlock, bridging back, and with the reverse chin lock.
Look at the pain on Waltman's face. I mean, what a move right there. AJ, oh, nice shot right there by Waltman.
That's the problem with it. You expose your head and you allow Waltman, the experienced veteran, to nail you with the elbow. Oh, these stiff shots. Kicks right to the chest of Waltman, almost as if he was daring AJ to bring it on and kick me again.
He did. He flat out dared him, and AJ just said, all right, here you go. Tell you what, I think Sean Waltman's going to have a newfound respect for AJ Styles and vice versa in this match. Oh, Waltman again able to counter.
And using the punches to the
what a shot! Nice kick!
Perfectly placed drop kick. And again, Waltman decides that he's going to roll out to the floor and try and regroup.
Tell you what, here comes AJ.
Look out!
Look at this! Oh, he does it so gracefully. It's just it's a human highlight reel every time you see AJ Styles do something like that.
Flip dive to perfection. There's the drop kick first. Are we going to take a look now at the flip dive right after? Boy, what a great drop kick that was by AJ Styles. It took Waltman out to the floor.
Look how smooth this is. Look how smooth this is. Folks, you can't print it out any better than that.
That was a 10. Styles back to the offensive, repeatedly driving Waltman's head and face into the ring apron, but Waltman comes back with a cheap shot, breaking the eyes.
I tell you what, when you're out there with AJ Styles and you're trying to get it, there's a cheap shot.
That's the ultimate in cheap shots.
Oh my gosh, but I was just getting ready to say, when you're out there with somebody like AJ, sometimes you gotta do whatever you gotta do to get the momentum back. I know that's harsh, but in Sean Waltman's mind, it's anything he can do to turn it around, and AJ is reeling.
And
that hurt. Is there any way we can see that?
Boy, did that momentum just switches now in favor of Waltman. It looks like he's got a split lip.
Oh, I mean, you can just feel the pain vibrate. AJ's still on the ground.
AJ in trouble on the arena floor. Referee Jerry Lynn dropped down to the floor to check on Styles. I think he's going to give him a little leeway here in terms of the count.
And not rushing it. I think Sean Waltman understands. It's the mutual respect.
And you have to admit to this point, Jerry Lynn calling it right down the middle. Shane Douglas asked him in the pre-match interview, would he possibly, as the third man in the ring, favor either one of these individuals with the long history that all 3 really have. Drop of the leg, Waltman, follow cover, barely a 1 count.
I'll tell you what, Sean Waltman able to take advantage of it by the eye rake that he did earlier, and of course, just slamming the crotch of AJ Styles into the ring post. It's now got momentum in his favor. I want to ask you, who would you, if Jerry Lynn sided with anybody, is there anyone that would tilt the scales in your mind?
I mean, it's so hard when you think about it. He really has known Sean Waltman for a longer time period than AJ Styles. They broke into the business together 15 years ago.
And I still think there's a little jealousy of AJ Styles. I think, oh, what a move by Waltman.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, here's the cover. Just a 2 count.
Again, it's the same thing that AJ Styles basically did to Waltman earlier, and just a little payback. Waltman knows how it felt to him. He wanted to make sure AJ felt the same sensation.
Double chop to the chest by Waltman has Styles in trouble in the corner.
Just measuring it up right now, as you can see him playing the boot. Maybe being just a little bit.
Gonna go for the Bronco Buster, but Styles was prepared.
Look at this.
Could be the clash.
He's trying to get the clash. Got him in it. Oh, what a nice counter right
That's
there.
the perfect counter to the Styles clash.
Just kick him in the head.
Wow, Waltman's been doing some video study, and then there's the Bronco Buster.
Just set him up right there. AJ probably thought he was given a gift. And like you said, Sean Waltman obviously knew once you get in that Styles clash, it can be all over with, but he didn't allow AJ to get a good grip as he just kept the feet moving.
Boy, what a counter, what a reversal to the Styles clash. Gonna be wrestlers all over the world taking notes on that one.
Oh,
there's the spin kick.
Spin kick. That was so smooth. That's the Sean Waltman of old right there. Just measured him up, got him perfectly off the ropes, and now he's going up top.
From the post, Waltman!
Oh my God!
This is bad. I mean, he just nailed AJ. I see blood in AJ's mouth.
Just putting his body at risk. Look at this.
Oh!
Man, what a...
Into the concrete. They're both down, but AJ is out.
Oh, look at AJ's
Look at the
face.
blood.
Look at his nose has been... I think there's blood pouring out of his nose.
Oh, it is also some in his mouth. I hope he didn't bite his tongue. He just killed him with that.
AJ's dazed.
Oh, now into the ring post. Oh, Sean Waltman's got such an... Oh, look at this. Oh! Every time. This guy can fake in conditions nobody else can fake.
Boy, that one's turnabout fair play.
His head was reeling from the blow he took. He's bleeding out the nose, the mouth, and he's able to counter that. That's why he's the phenomenal AJ Styles. Wow.
Incredible matchup. It's there you see the blood dripping from the nose and mouth of the phenomenal AJ Styles, but he's going to try and fight through this pain. Tosses Waltman back into the ring. AJ sets. Is he going to go springboard? Measures him. Springboard. Forward smash.
Kills him with that elbow. Forward smash. Look at the look in AJ's face.
That's determination. Running clothesline takes down Waltman. Combination elbow knife edge chop. And now Waltman going to be sent for the ride. Able to reverse it. AJ shot up into the
Look
rope.
at him. He's just unbelievable.
Inverted DDT. Dropped him. Quick cover. 2.
Oh, that's not ready to go just yet. And I hope AJ didn't use it up. But that's what Sean Waltman can do. But look at AJ. You can see the determination.
Attempt at the suplex by Styles is blocked by Waltman. Able to hook the leg. AJ just fights through. Takes him over. Waltman lands on his feet.
Oh, low blow.
That's uncalled for.
Oh, what a shot by Waltman.
And you can see referee Jerry Lynn not happy
he's
about
got
it.
him right here.
Lights. No! AJ rolled their shoulder in 2 out of their suplex pinning attempt.
Look at the look on Waltman's face. He thought he had him there. He knows that you only get a few chances at AJ Styles, and when you get it, you got to make it count. AJ's got to still be reeling from the headshot he took from the concrete. Can't believe that we're watching a man still moving after that. Waltman getting ready to finish it off. Wow, what a counter by AJ! Right to the gut of Sean Waltman. That's unbelievable.
Went for the crossbody block off the top. Styles was ready for it and caught him with the drop kick.
Sean Waltman getting to his feet, AJ getting up first. You can still see a little bit of the blood. Oh man, they're both just so spent right now.
Backslide.
Goes.
Overpowered him.
Through.
Double underhook. Clash.
Got it.
Styles clash.
He got it.
Planted him. Dropped him at the Styles clash.
There he goes.
Rolls him over.
1, 2. Oh, he kicked out.
And 2.
He kicked out.
Referee Jerry Lynn says it was only 2. No, he can't believe it.
Look at AJ.
I can't believe that Waltman was able to dig down deep and kick out.
AJ Styles is just in shock. He had him set perfectly, but he knows he's got Waltman hurt. What's he gonna do?
AJ headed out to the apron and now going to the top.
Is he gonna do the spiral down? Oh, he does, but he misses it.
Waltman moved out of the way, avoided the contact, and AJ crashed to the canvas. X Factor! X Factor!
1, 2. He got out of it. Oh my gosh! I thought it was over. Look at Sean Waltman. He's ticked off at Jerry Lynn. He counted it fairly though.
The cadence of the count was perfect. Yes, obviously, Waltman's disappointed that he didn't get the 3 count. Hey, now he's got a steel chair.
I'll tell you what, if Sean Waltman would have been hit by that spiral tap, it would have been over. That's how smart he is as he's
Hey,
oh, look what
come on.
he's doing.
He's got the ankle of AJ, and he's got the steel chair.
Oh no, he can break his leg right
That's
here.
what he's going to try and do.
This is just wrong.
This competitive matchup.
Look at Jerry Lynn.
Jerry's going to try and stop this. This isn't right. That's what we're expecting from a referee.
Oh, these are 2 warriors. You don't need that, Sean Waltman. You don't need it at all.
You're exactly right. Settle it amongst yourselves. Settle it in the ring. Let's have the best man win.
Oh, he misses with the spin kick, and there you see AJ working it through, but look at Waltman fighting back.
Styles
Holding
clashes
on
him.
the rope. He kicks his hands off the rope.
There comes the clash.
Did you see that?
Roll him over.
1, 2. Got him.
AJ got the pin can't blame Jerry Lynn. Here comes a man who has competed in TNA for the past month with an undefeated record. In singles competition, Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine, is unbeaten. And to me, someone who is 6 feet 8, 280 pounds, it really shows you that when it comes to the X Division, there are no limits.
That's it. You know, that's a great way of putting it. We've always said it's about no limits. And Samoa Joe has been as dominating as anybody has been since they've entered into TNA.
And without question, the toughest competition to date for the unbeaten Samoan submission machine will come from the former two-time X Division champion, the 5-year pro from Hill, Michigan, Chris Sabin.
I'll tell you something, we've seen Chris Sabin enough to know he's not intimidated by the size and power of Samoa Joe. Does he respect it? You better believe it. I talked to him earlier today, and he's like, I know I've got to stay out of the submission hold. I know that if he gets you in the clutch there, it's almost impossible to get out of. But I got an ability, and he's also strong. Don't think he's not. Chris Sabin's as strong as anybody we've seen in the X Division. He's going to have to use that as well as his high-flying ability.
You would certainly expect that these two competitors are being considered for the Super X Cup tournament starting this week on Impact. Wild shot there. Chop attempt by Samoa Joe. Just uses the weight advantage that he has over Sabin to bull rush him right into the corner.
Oh, and he's going to do everything he can to make this ring small for Chris Sabin. He's going to do everything he can to keep him in his grip. Look at this. He has to wrestle him to the mat like this. Anything he can to keep Chris Sabin right in front of him.
Sabin at the same time, he's got to stay away from Samoa Joe. Can't afford moves like this, like the single leg that time, taken by Joe as Sabin rolls out of it.
Right now, it almost looks like things are going the way Samoa Joe wants. I mean, Sabin, I don't know if he's trying to prove a point. It just seems to me he just don't reach out and clutch hands with Samoa Joe. But again, Chris Sabin now showing his speed, and they have a big meeting in the middle.
Feeling out process here in the opening minute of this matchup. Shoulder blocked by Sabin, and a second attempt. Put the shoulder right into the chest of Samoa Joe, but Cyril back.
Oh, nice move right there by Sabin as he just rolls right underneath the kick of Samoa Joe and then comes right back and levels him into the ring post, right in the corner.
Sabin known for that cradle shock finishing move, but you have to wonder whether he's going to be able to get someone at 280 pounds up for the cradle shock.
Chris Sabin can beat you a lot of different ways. He's just got so many moves in his repertoire, but you're right. I don't know that the cradle shock will be something. Well, he's going to give it a shot right here. And again, just like you said, the weight is something he's going to have to, he's definitely overestimated.
When you come to Samoa Joe and you talk about the different ways that he can beat you, he's got several different submissions that are so effective, hence the nickname, the Samoan submission machine. Missed the clothesline that time by Joe, but he comes right back and drilled him right in the face with the kick.
I think about that. You mentioned the 280 pounds. Samoa Joe just came flying off those ropes. That leg right in the air, that leg caught Sabin right there in the face. And when it's coming at you with that kind of power, I mean, look at the size of those legs. Chris Sabin cannot get into that kind of a battle with Samoa Joe. Ooh, the headbutt, wicked headbutt.
Oh, you're right. Getting nailed with one of those legs, it's like being hit with a tree trunk.
Oh! And then takes the knee all the way up into the face there in the corner.
Boy, was that stiff. Knee drilled him right in the head.
Oh, he needs some smelling salts right there. He doesn't even know where he's at.
And there's the faces.
Oh, look at this. That's insult to injury.
Using the boot to scrape it across the face and then charging.
Man, oh man, that hurts looking at it.
Comes flying, springing across the ring off the ropes and drives the knee right into the very weary face of Chris Sabin.
You know, ever since we've seen Samoa Joe here in TNA, I have yet to see how he can be beaten. I mean, he just seems to, when you even get a little momentum, it doesn't last long. He knows how to get you in his clutches and to make things impossible to get out of. Oh, man, you can hear that all
the knee crashing down onto Sabin. Joe, wow, see that? Just surveying the damage, looking at him before he went for the pin attempt.
He underestimated Chris Sabin right there. He was a little too nonchalant in the pin attempt, and Chris Sabin may be hurting, and ooh, he just twisted his head off right there. I mean, look at this. Ooh, right, that kick to the face there, and watch this. The knee right on top. And that crushes your chest.
I mean, you talked about him being nonchalant. I'm not sure that was it, or if it was just that he was sitting there and watching and enjoying what he had just done.
That's a good point. He doesn't look like he relishes his work.
Boy, he sure does.
He just nailed him right across the ring with the shoulder and the elbow right there. It's been total domination. Chris Sabin's got heart. We won't deny it. But right now, if he continues to let Samoa Joe have his way like this, it's going to be a short match.
Joe with the head vice here on Sabin, just having his way with him, as you mentioned. Sabin, a flurry of offense at the top of this match, even an attempt at the cradle shock. But ever since that point, it has been all Samoa Joe. Yes, we talked about the cradle shock of Chris Sabin, but take into account what Joe brings to the ring. He's got that devastating muscle buster, and boy, he follows it up with the rear naked choke, that Coquina clutch submission move. That could be deadly if he applies it to Sabin.
Well, nobody's gotten out of the Coquina clutch yet since he's been here. And you know, something else that I've noticed with Samoa Joe, nobody can mount any sustained offense. You might get him once here, you might get him once there, but they can't put anything back to back to back to back. I mean, he just has a way of countering it, using his size and his power and his strength. And Chris Sabin, if I had a towel, I'd throw it in right now.
Power and strength on exhibit off the suplex, the pin attempt by Joe. You talked earlier about the guts and courage of this kid, 23 years of age. Chris Sabin, boy, on display here. What a courageous effort by Sabin, just to be able to maintain in this match.
He's reacting on gut instinct right now. I mean, you just saw his face. His eyes look glassy, almost glazed over. It's just, that's what you are when you're an athlete. You react to things, and he somehow, his brain tells him he's about to get pinned, and he's somehow able to kick out of it.
Wow, look at these shots. Ooh, chops, punches, the knife edge to the chest.
This guy is such a force. He is such a force.
Who's going to stop him in TNA?
I've not seen it yet. And I thought Chris Sabin would be the kind of guy, you know, in the pre-show I was with JB, and I said, I think Chris Sabin's the guy that in for Reign. He's going to have to show something else as he's fighting back. Just gut shots right there, one after another, now off the top of the head, showing us the heart that he's got.
The rights and lefts by Sabin.
But again, you can't get anything going.
Quickly answered by the boot of Samoa Joe. Going to try and shoot him off into the ropes. Joe able to hook that top cable and then elevate Sabin to the apron.
Nice shot right there by Sabin. Oh, and got fired up. Oh. Able to get the momentum, and he caught Samoa Joe. And look at this, Joe knows it, and he works himself out of the ring to get his bearings.
Springboard drop kick on the butt. Sabin quickly sprints to the apron.
Oh, great shot by Sabin.
Caught him with another drop kick, that time on the apron. And now goes
I've seen against Samoa Joe since he's been here. 3 devastating shots, Mike. That's what you got to do. You got to use the elements. You got to use the rails. You got to use the ring post.
Oh, now you see the contact as he went right into the safety rail. Action back in the ring where Sabin went for a quick pin attempt, but not able to put Joe away, but he certainly weakened him.
You hear this crowd going nuts right there as they just thought this was going to be an absolute devastating match for Sabin. And now Sabin is fired up, and he knows he can hurt him, and he needs that confidence. That's what he needed. He's got the confidence now.
And he's got the big man down on the mat. Oh. Hit the guillotine leg drop.
Here he goes.
Over and go for
1,
Here's 2. No.
I'll tell you what, though, Sabin's realized if he's coming at him from force, if he's coming at him from off the ropes, if he's coming at him from through the ropes, he's able to get that much more force in the punches and the kicks. And that's how you bring down a mountain of a man like Samoa Joe.
Right back to the offensive. You're going to take him up to the cradle shock again.
He just doesn't have the strength right now. Look at it, he goes. Oh, Samoa Joe fights out.
Ooh. Unleashes the German with a bridge for the pin attempt.
He got out of it. He got out of it. I'll tell you what, I think it was a mistake to go for the cradle shock right there. He tried it twice, it didn't work. Go with what works. He had it working.
He thought he had Joe sufficiently weakened to take advantage. Snaps off the power slam. Quick pin attempt, and no, just another 2 count.
Saban able to somehow get his shoulder up, but how quick was that power slam right there? Samoa Joe just grabs you and whips you around so fast. Look at this.
Yeah, check this out.
Wow, man. It's unreal, isn't it?
Combination of the speed of the move as well as the impact and the weight and force behind it when he drives you down to the mat. Saban shot off into the corner. Joe gonna follow up, and Saban aired, caught him with the kick.
Well, and again, he knows if he can get some kind of force behind it, and that's a great move right there by Saban.
Tornado DDT.
1, 2, no! Samoa Joe able to get the shoulder up, but that's what he's got to do. That hurt Joe, though. That hurt him bad.
Smart move by Saban. Go away from the cradle shock. Come up with a different move. Let's take another look.
Look at this. That's when, he just uses his momentum off the ropes and his body weight and nails Samoa Joe.
Spiked him with the DDT, but just another near fall for Saban. The unbeaten in TNA Samoa Joe one-on-one matchup with Chris Saban. And boy, Saban is really impressing us by the way that he has the no-quit attitude and the way that he's turned this matchup around against the big Samoan submission machine.
Oh, I saw it coming. I just didn't see it early on in this match. Oh, man, nice counter by Joe. It's not what Saban needed. Oh!
That isn't either.
1, 2. Oh, he got his shoulder up. But look at this. He doesn't let up.
STF submission hold. He's got the crossface applied. He's got the leg hooked as well. Referee checking with Saban. STF is in. We've talked about the various submission holds. We've seen the Kakina clutch in the past. And now he breaks out the STF, and Saban's trying to fight it off.
Oh, look at the strength of Saban, the heart, as he's trying to work his way over to the rope.
Oh, he's got a long way to go.
He sure does, with that kind of weight on your back. But Saban's a champion.
Oh, now
no.
And
There it is.
back on the neck.
There it is. I haven't seen anybody get out of this. Saban.
Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap out here?
Give everything he's got.
My God, this is gutsy. This is courageous.
He's still working his way to the rope.
And he's got a 280-pound man on his back that he's going to have to try and drag across the ring. Oh, he's fighting through with so much courage. He's still several feet away.
But look at what Joe's doing. Instead of letting him go straight forward, he turns him, and now again, one submission after the other. Unbelievable. He didn't even have an arm to tap right there.
Samoan submission machine on display against Chris Saban.
Oh, he got his foot on the rope.
It's a miracle.
Wow. Joe can't believe it. Think of the damage, though, that was done to Saban. Look at that expression. It tells it all.
Oh, man, is he frustrated. It's almost as if he's reached the boiling point. You can see Samoa Joe boiling over. He's so PO'd that Saban made it to the ropes for the break.
I'll tell you what, though, he's got to go right at Saban again. He knows Saban is hurt. That's what he does. He showed his frustration, but he knows Saban doesn't have much left. Referee Rudy Charles saying something right there to Samoa Joe.
Boy, the crowd here at the Impact Zone so appreciative. It's that tastes great, less filling thing. You hear the chants for both men as Saban tries to fight it off, and he just wound up in Samoa Joe and caught him with the big open hand.
Oh, here he goes as he's taking him up high, and Samoa Joe. This could be devastating. Saban fighting with everything he's got.
You'd presume he's going to go for the muscle buster
Look
from
at
up
it.
there.
He got a hold of him if he can do it. He's got it in the power. Saban's got him.
Pin attempt.
2. No. Joe able to fight out of it.
My God. Running.
What a match.
Sit out. Power bomb by Saban, and you're right. What a match here at No Surrender.
Man, oh man. Everything and more than I thought it was going to be.
I'm just shocked that he was able to take that 280-pounder and run across the ring. And look at how fired up Saban is to try and end the undefeated streak of Samoa Joe.
Oh, he knows it. He's got the confidence now. He's got Joe reeling. And he's got him in it. He's got him in the cradle shot. Joe fighting, and Joe fights out.
For the third time, he's able to fight out.
Oh, nice kick to the back of the head, and Joe falls. He's got him reeling. Can he do it?
And Zagari nailed him. Saban gonna go high risk. You know that Samoa Joe's dazed at this point, but he's back up to his feet. He's wobbly.
Oh, but he somehow finds the ability to get the kick
And he-
to break Saban down.
Saban was crotched as well. Oh, here's the muscle buster. Look out.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts, Saban.
In the past, that has been step one. Step two, the and he's got it locked in.
And there it is. And there it is. He's pulling back. Saban, at this point, you're in so much excruciating pain. You can't even realize the pain that he's in.
Referee, you know what? He passed out.
He passed out. And he's not letting up on it. And the match is over. Get him off of there before he kills him. What a match. Oh, that was a little excessive by Samoa Joe. I give Samoa Joe credit for a wonderful match, but a little excessive.
Oh, we got to take another look at some of the great action from this match. Check this muscle buster out.
Oh, that's just so devastating.
There's the Kikina clutch, that rear naked choke. And Saban just passed out, basically.
Well, he had the wind knocked out of him on the move previously, and there was nowhere he could go, Mike.
Samoa Joe surveying the damage. You see the other referees coming to the ring.
What great action, what great talent we've seen from Total Nonstop Action Wrestling and the athletes of the X Division. You can certainly see more of this great action every time out with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling and the X Division. Want you to log on right now, TNAWrestling.com. All the latest news, information, merchandise, of course, those pictures of the knockouts as well. They are all up there, TNAWrestling.com. Log on right now for the latest news and information. Of course, we're going to leave you with Jerry Lynn, the pioneer of the X Division. One of my personal favorites in the X Division, a man who really shaped what the X Division has become over the years. And certainly, when we talk about pioneers in the wrestling business, you got to think of Jerry Lynn and his great contributions to Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. Hope you enjoy this, a sit-down one-on-one interview with the pioneer of the X Division, Jerry Lynn.
I was a fan of wrestling since I was about 6 years old, I think is the first time I saw wrestling, and ever since then it stuck. And I grew up in the Midwest in Minneapolis, so I mainly got to see Vern Gagne's old AWA with the Crusher and Baron von Raschke and Ray the Crippler Stevens and Nick Bockwinkel, and a whole, a lot of wrestlers came through. Even Hulk Hogan came through there, Mean Gene. Then finally in the early 80s, we finally got cable, and then got to see everything. It was great. Got to see the old NWA, Mid-South, Continental, Portland, World Class down in Dallas with the Von Erich Freebird feud. It seemed like you could watch just about up to 40 hours of wrestling a week, and I was soaking in every bit I could. And one of my favorites that really caught my eye and just caught my attention was Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And it came to pass when I got into wrestling, I sent out some tapes to the USWA in Memphis. It was still up and running, and Eddie Gilbert, one of my favorites, saw something in my work, and he brought me in down to USWA, and then the next year he brought me into Global. As a child, I was very quiet, introverted, and shy. And also I was a late bloomer. But growing up with, hanging out with the friends all the time, I always loved playing sports. We'd go to the field and just get on the phone, call everyone, tell them to go to the field, and we'd be playing baseball, football, you name it. We'd even invent games. We'd make up our own version of rollerball just so we have a reason to be killing each other all over the field. And of course, my brother and I would always mimic wrestling in the yard. We never really did the so-called backyard wrestling or anything where we'd have friends come over or anything. We would just beat each other up, and sometimes it was pretty painful. Our mom hated it, but we just couldn't resist. I never really thought about doing wrestling or getting into wrestling because it was always a big man sport, and I was always on the small side, you could say. I guess I just sort of fell into it one day when I met a wrestler, and I ended up going to an indie show to see him wrestle. And after seeing some of the matches on the show, I thought, man, my brother and I are better than this. So he introduced me to a promoter, Ed Sharkey, and I found out about how you get into wrestling through wrestling camps. And I knew I wasn't ready at the time, so I decided I'd wait, train a couple years until I figured I was ready. And it just so happened a at the time I was laying telephone cable for a job, and one of the guys I was working with was also interested in getting into wrestling, and we found out about Brad Rangan's training camp up in Hamel, Minnesota. And we just decided to go through the camp together, and that's how it all started. I believe it was in March of '88 was when we started camp, and it was for 3 months. Then after the 3 months, I knew I wasn't ready yet, and I didn't feel comfortable getting in the ring yet for an actual official match. So I just kept showing up at camp and kept training. Then finally, about, I can't remember how long later, 8-10 months later, I believe his name is Jim Cook, had a IWA indie promotion. He was doing TV tapings in New Ulm, Minnesota. So I went to have my very first match that night, and I ended up having 3 matches. And the first match was a tag match against a couple of monsters called the Terminators. But and I was so scared and nervous, I was just shaking, but came through it with flying colors. When I got into wrestling, I sort of started later than most people. I was 25 years old, so I've been out of the house for quite a while, and I guess my parents knew that I was determined and there was nothing they could say about it, but my mom always just wondered, why do you want to go out there and get hurt like that? And she never came to see me wrestle ever. She would have been too much of a nervous wreck and too worried about me. But my dad, I finally got him and my brother to come out a couple times, and then yeah, it was just a couple times, and then finally I got my dad to come out to the ECW show in St. Paul where I won the heavyweight title from Just Incredible. So it was nice that he showed up for that night. But when I first decided to become a wrestler, I can't tell you how many friends and co-workers at my regular job just laughed at me. But I had quite a few phone calls later on after they'd seen me wrestle, apologizing, and were happy to see that I'd done all right. A lot of my influences, I guess it wasn't just a couple people, it was quite a few. When Sean Waltman came up to Minneapolis, we would get together just about every day and watch tapes of Mexico and tapes of Japan, because we liked both styles of wrestling. And I like to think that we started the X Division style 15 years ago, because we incorporated the Mexican lucha style, the Japanese style, and the American style, and kind of merged them all together and came up with something that was a little more high-flying and a little more exciting. So, and we were fortunate early on in our careers to be able to go over to Japan and wrestle for a company called Universal Pro, which used a lot of the top Mexican stars at the time, like Dos Caras and Kendo and Los Brazos and Villanos. I could name a bunch, and some of their own Japanese workers like Sasuke and Michinoku, and just a lot of great acrobatic, high-flying guys over there that we learned a lot from. So I can't really say it was just a couple people that influenced me. It was a lot. When I first heard about TNA possibly becoming a full-time company was on a trip over to Australia for a WWA, and just did I think it was a short loop, like 3 or 4 shows over there, and I'd found out from Jeff Jarrett and Jeremy Borash about this company possibly getting started, and I told them sure, I'd be interested. And I knew, there's been various times in my career where I'd had to move out of state for the work. I mean, years ago, back in 90, 91, I'd moved to Tennessee for USWA. Then the next year I moved back to Tennessee for Global, just over the winter months. And then down the road, had to move to Atlanta for WCW. Then ended up back Minneapolis, and now. So it wasn't really a problem moving to Nashville again. I always loved Tennessee, so I was looking forward to it anyway. But it was exciting to be able to be there at the beginnings of the company and be able to help build it and make it grow, and especially the X Division. And I think they wanted me for the X Division because Who we kidding? I'm no spring chicken anymore, but I guess I'm proud that I have a knack for keeping the X Division style, how would you say? I don't want to say grounded because you're still flying all over the place, but have it make sense, and there is a right and a wrong way to do it. And I think they wanted me for that, and to teach the younger guys, and some of the younger guys like Chris Sabin, AJ Styles, he really caught on fast, and I'm just proud to have been a part of the X Division and being able to help teach these guys the right way. And it's great to watch them learn and soak it all in and just apply it to their trade. I've had quite a few injuries over my career. I'll bet you close to a dozen broken bones, who knows how many sprains, been busted open I don't know how many times, and knee surgery and a shoulder surgery. And I'm just coming back from a shoulder surgery, which was probably, it was the most devastating injury of my career. I think anymore, and I'm going to change my last name to Knievel. But it happened in the World X Cup tournament. I was in a singles match with Juventud Guerrero, and I had worked with Juvi quite a few times over the years, and Juvi was always the type who just cared about Juvi, and he cared more about his ego than his pocketbook. So he was going to get himself at anybody else's expense. You had to really protect yourself working with Juvi. But on this particular night, in the finish, he had to give me an extra special cradle Juvi driver and hook my leg to do it. And like I said, he was going to get himself over at anyone's expense, and that night it was mine, and just didn't take care of me and dumped me straight up and down on my head and my shoulder and tore a tendon off my rotator cuff. And being a professional wrestler for a living, at the time, there wasn't anything else I could do. So I had to wrestle with a tendon tore off my shoulder for another 7 months. And it was a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, but I had to pay the bills. And thankfully, TNA had given me a road agent position. And so when that happened, I said, okay, time to get it fixed. But after the fix, the pain wasn't over. After that, I mean, I've had knee surgery, and after a shoulder surgery, I would much rather have another knee surgery. Shoulder surgery is a whole completely different ordeal. And the problem with the shoulder surgery is no matter in the physical therapy, no matter how far you get that arm, the movement going, the pain is always the same. I mean, you'll get better movement, and a bigger range of motion, but that pain is always there, and it's always the same. And it was a long road back. The doctors were telling me for like a baseball player or something, it'd be 12 months. Well, I was shooting for 9 months. So, but it was a long, hard road, and it just goes to show what a very dangerous sport this is. And every time we step to them ropes, and especially in the X Division, the envelope's being pushed higher all the time, and the percentage of shortening your career or possibly ending it is being increased all the time. Favorite match in TNA is hard to nail down because there's so many. I mean, we got the top wrestlers in the world here at TNA, and you can't really just pick one. But there's a few nights that stand out, and one was the first night of TNA, and the second show that we taped for a pay-per-view was a double elimination tournament with AJ Styles, Psychosis, and Low Key. And that night really stands out because it was a tough match, and you had 3 other guys you had to mix it up with. And it all came down to AJ and I, and AJ ended up winning and getting the X title, the first ever X title. But it was a very memorable night for me. And also, AJ and I went on to have quite a feud, and we had quite a few matches together, and each one, I think, was different, and that we came through and gave the audience something different. Even when you heard on the internet and people saying, oh no, not AJ and Jerry again, we still went out there and gave them something different every time, and I'm proud of that fact. And also some other nights that stand out is when I got to wrestle Amazing Red and gave him the cradle pile driver from the second rope, and he just bounced out of it and lawn jutted himself all the way across the ring. I turned around and I wondered, how the hell did he get way over there? But he really bounced. But there's quite a few moments, and I guess one of the big moments, well, I guess a couple more big moments would be, well, obviously the night I won the ECW Heavyweight Championship from Justin in St. Paul, Minnesota. That was a big night. That was one of the loudest things I'd ever heard. And a lot of the RVD Jerry Lynn matches, but one that really sticks out was one, it wasn't a pay-per-view match, it was one at the ECW Arena in Philly. And it was one of them nights where the crowd was just blowing the roof off the place. And that was the night I wished I'd have won the title, because the crowd was hungry for it and they were wanting it. But that was one of the nights that really stands out in my mind, because the crowd was so into the match, and you don't see a lot of nights like that where everything just gels. And on nights like that, that's when you sit down in the locker room when you're done, you're relaxing, taking your tape off, and you think back on all the hard times, all the times you got crapped on by different promoters, and just the days you were starving trying to make it. And nights like that, you sit back and you go, nights like this is where it makes it all worthwhile. It's sad to say, in this business, I mean, when everyone gets in this business, they're shooting for the big time. And the big time always was WCW and WWF. And I used to go to concerts and just stand there on the floor in the arena and just look around at all the seats and go, I wonder what it'd be like to wrestle in front of a packed house in here and just hear the roar of the crowd. And the sad thing is, when you get to a point in your career where you're making a living at it, it puts a whole new perspective on it. It's not just for fun and games anymore. I mean, you're paying the bills with it. And when you finally get to a big major company, it's a rude awakening, because you've got, especially in this business when there's only a couple different companies to make a living at it, and you've got probably tens of thousands of people all over the country working independents and going through wrestling camps and trying to get there, and there's not very many openings. And once you get there, you've got everyone jockeying for position, stabbing each other in the back, pulling road agents aside, having their secret little meetings, burying other guys. I mean, you got people basically telling flat out lies about you to the office. And the sad thing is too, is the office believes it half the time, and they don't even have the balls to confront you to your face. So when I was in WCW, I was like excited. I was great, finally the first time I'm in a big major promotion, and it was such a disappointment. It was just a horrible, horrible working atmosphere. And that was when they started giving everyone big guarantees. Not me, but a lot of the big stars, big guarantees. And the sad thing was, a lot of these guys wouldn't show up for house shows. So then they started handing out incentive pay. Well, if I had a company and I was paying everyone great downside guarantees and they wouldn't show up for work, and they were miserable, didn't want to work, I'd have to sit back, look at my company and go, what's wrong with this picture? And it's just one of those things, it's sad to say, but once you get there, and the same thing was in WWF, it was the same thing, people backstabbing, I mean, everyone wants, it's just amazing how people change for a little bit of fame and fortune. And I told myself, no matter how far I got in this business, I was gonna change. And I was just gonna remember where I came from, and I wasn't gonna stab anyone in the back or jeopardize anyone else's career. I wanted to make it on my own hard work. And you see the same people climbing up that ladder as you do coming back down. But you got to take the chance, because you never know what's going to happen. You might make it. When all is said and done, I guess I'd like the fans to remember me I guess, as an innovator, because I think I've come up with quite a few firsts in the business. And I mean, with different people and stuff. I usually start slow, but once my creative juices get flowing, then I get excited, and you can ask a lot of the boys. I'll start coming up with ideas, and I'll be like, oh. But I'd like to think that I think I've made my mark in the business in quite a few different occasions, and I'd like to think that even when I was hurt, I still went out there and gave it 110% as best as I could, and I'd like to think that the people were thoroughly entertained and got their money's worth.